have the initiative as you struggle with the Burgomaster over the gate control.
Great. Winley will still be yelling to the party, like, need a little help in here. I'm not strong. And, try again to wrestle it out of his hands, either shoving him off of it or getting a hold of it and pulling.
Okay.
You said athletics?
Yep.
Great. Yeah. Nope. Not strong, guys. Not strong.
Well, let's see. He's still maintaining control of it as the gate remains ominously open. Then it is going to be yonder skeletons who are not immediately at the gate. Mina, kind of looking down the wall here, you see a section of them beginning to attempt to climb the walls on the quote-unquote east or map south side here. And then it is Mina's turn.
All right. Well, I'm obviously going to shoot at said skeletons. Just whichever one has gotten highest up, although I'm sure it's not much difference. And if there's a tie there, then just whichever one is furthest away from me.
Okay.
And sharpshooter with my fancy new laser crossbow. Sweet.
Yeah, you pick the one at the end of the line there, quote unquote, pretty much effortlessly. And you have to say, this thing, even for a hand crossbow, very low recoil, very very fine construction.
Feels nice. I love my trusty old crossbow, keeping it around, but obviously this is better. Okay, blast in the next closest one. Does a 14 hit?
It does.
Fuck yeah.
And it too tumbles off the wall into the mass below.
And then, how are these? Are they? Well, they haven't gone yet, so I guess I don't know how they're doing on climbing the wall.
I can say contextually here, they're all trying.
Cool. All right. Well, yeah, I'm not gonna move, so that's it.
Okay. Then next up is going to be L zombies right below you here, who are going to begin their attempt at climbing. Okay. Some of the ones directly below you are essentially at the edge, and some of those that are kind of further down the line, not with you and the guards kind of there to hold them off, begin to clamber over the sides here. And with that, it is going to be Harmony's turn.
Okay, how quickly can I get to the gatehouse?
It's right there, kind of quote unquote around the corner from you.
Okay, can I get there in would I need to make any sort of acrobatics check to get there within 30 feet of movement, or get to a spot where I could see in there?
I seem to be missing where I dropped you on this.
Yeah, I don't think I meant to be there.
I'm asking where are you, because I've got a crap ton of stuff that I can see here, and you're not.
Yeah, I'm right here, but I thought, anyways, that this is where I ended up.
Gotcha. Yeah. That's up on the walls. Distance wise, it is. You could get there in about 40 feet of movement into the room itself.
Okay. If I sprint 30 feet, is there a spot I think where I could see into the room?
I would say you can make the move and find out. But
okay.
Psychic prediction of your movement distance and what you're going to see there is...
obviously.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to move 30 feet in the direction of the gatehouse, mainly attempting to be able to see what's going on.
Okay. A 30-foot movement gets you to here.
Okay.
And you'd be able to see straight in the door.
Okay. And I can see Winley and Krezk struggling over the lever.
Correct.
Okay. Harmony is going to use some unsettling words on this fella. So he's going to take -2 to his next save. She's going to cast Suggestion, which is here. And he has to make a DC 16 Wisdom save. Her suggestion is going to be, you are this town's protector. Shut the gate and leave it shut.
Okay. Let's see how he rolls for that. Okay. We will see how effective that is when it comes around to him. And I didn't roll for him, so let me roll for him real quick. He doesn't want to fight you. Okay. Let me drop them into the order real quick. Okay. Yeah. Doing anything else, Harmony?
That's it for me. 30
Alright.
feet, bonus action.
Cool. Doc.
So I assume none of the NPC squad looks like they're willing to contribute to what's about to happen here.
Are you going? Well, I'll say so. I mean, they're kind of, I'll say, just as surprised as you are from what you can see. As far as whether they're jumping in or not, do you say anything to encourage it? Do you just charge towards the gates, or?
I guess I tell them to try to get somewhere safe and keep your heads down if you're not actually going to help at the walls here. And I'll start moving to the walls.
Okay.
I'm not going to do a dash action yet because I'm going to cast Mirror Image on myself, just so that's ready to go here.
Cool. We love a mirror image. Mirror images are fun.
Sure do.
I mean, if it's not obvious, Vasily's probably not leaping out into the fray.
What?
But
No! He seems like a real go-getter. I'm really disappointed in him.
Okay, and let me give you a symbol for mirror images so I don't forget that you did a mirror image, because I forget
I got it.
all the time. Okay, perfect. All right, then. Anything else from Doc?
No, that's it.
All right, Ash.
All right. Gonna run into the gatehouse here, noticing the gate is coming up, and I'm going to try and grab the lever and pull the lever back down there.
Okay. Go ahead and make an athletics check, and since Winley is already trying to do this, take it with advantage. Because if two people yanking in the lever isn't advantage, I don't know what is. Alright, and let's see how Krezk does in his defiance here. In a stunning turn of events, Ash is able to yank the lever backwards, and the gate does begin to close.
Cool. That's my turn.
Okay. The guards up on the wall begin to shoot down with bows. And there are some shots of effectiveness here. Okay, so one of the zombies takes a hit, and one of the skeletons takes a hit, and then it's going to be the zombies' turns in a second. But the ones here in the entrance kind of push against the back of the gates to try to kind of shove them shut, trying to kind of work the mechanism or help the mechanism a little bit. This one. Okay, and then it is Winley here at the top.
Does it look like now that Ash has control of the lever that Krezk is going to continue fighting her for it, or
at Harmony's words, he seems to be slackening.
Okay. Winley knows that she's not super effective here and would be far more effective helping in the fight. So we'll kind of look at Harmony and Ash and be like, you guys got this? And then run out and back to the top of the wall. Let me measure how far that is. Yeah, cool, I could get to the top of the wall, and I want to be able to see out. That's a lot of fucking zombies. Great, love this for us. Winley is going to cast. Fuck it. We're gonna cast Ice Storm. Put that in the. Oh shit, that's not what I meant to do. Alright. Well, that's terrible rolling, but fine. You draw. Is it a 20-foot radius, so 40 feet? So that'll get all of. Shoot. Be really nice if you could alter a circle once you draw it.
I can.
Oh, well, I need a 40-foot radius circle, which I will then put.
Sure. I will give you a circle. 1 second.
Right.
You wanted to center it on the south section here?
I want to hit as many as possible. Like, I feel like Winley could lean forward and look around the edge of the gate, but I can't see around the edge of the gate.
Sure.
So wherever is going to be most effective to hit as many as possible.
All right. Give me a second to get it built.
I'm really disappointed in that roll, too.
Oh, at the 13?
What was that?
At the 13.
Yeah. I mean, it's 18 total, but...
I mean, as far as they go, they're not bad. They're just D6s. So you got 4 4s and 1 1.
And now to roll every deck save on Earth. Let's see.
Yeah, so can you move it actually like 5 feet closer to Winley?
Okay, you will hit the guard on the wall if you do that.
Okay. The way the wall is blocking my vision, I can't tell. I think actually putting it in front of the gate is more effective, like putting it here. But I can't move your circle.
Okay. So you want to center it essentially in front of the gate?
Yeah. And it should be 40 feet across.
It is 40 feet across.
Okay, just confirm.
Yep.
But yeah, if we could put it like right here to hit all of these guys back here all the way up to the gate.
Yep, let me scooch
They're
this
also
up.
makes difficult terrain, I believe.
Sure do. Okay. Let me roll a shit ton of deck saves.
Good.
I bet these guys are real nimble.
Yeah. You keep thinking that, Ash. Although they have dodged Holy Fire before, so.
We should just settle this with a dance battle instead of an actual battle.
That's an interesting proposal.
I challenge Strahd to a dance-off. I nominate Colin to be our dancing queen.
Believe it or not, Harmony's not proficient in the performance skill.
Well, shit.
The world's worst bard.
But you have heard of me.
the greatest bard in Barovia.
Rictavio takes exception to this claim.
Yeah, Rictavio might be a better bard.
Yeah, that's true. Rictavio's pretty great.
I like how Harmony's willing to admit that.
Well, why don't you have him join the party?
Well, maybe we'll ask. Nah, we wouldn't replace you, Colin. You have so many good quips to throw at the enemy.
I feel like
Harmony.
are hit and miss.
Yeah.
Harmony frantically flipping her way through her quip book for all of her zombie-related puns.
Yeah. And I'll say, Winley, are you going to do anything else on this turn?
Yeah.
Okay. What else are you going to do?
I'm going to use my bonus action to go into my archer form.
Okay. I'm halfway through updating HP right now. that's how many you hit. For the reference here, all of the ones in front of the gate were pelted viciously with it. A couple of the skeletons on the southern side were killed by it, but not many. Just to give you the reference there.
All right. And you got the 18 damage total.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So then I will go into my archer shape and shoot at this one here.
Okay.
Oof. Missed terribly.
Yep. You shoot into the morass, but it's unclear whether you actually hit one of them.
Okay, that's it for me.
Cool. And it's going to take me probably another 2 minutes to finish the updates here.
Can I move my token like half a square forward to see what my character would actually be able to see looking around the gate here?
Yep.
Okay. Winley's not just leaping into a sea of zombies. Basically.
I mean, if who is it? Aragorn, Gimli, Legolas, who rode took the ladder into the orcs.
That was.
I think that was Aragorn. Yeah.
I mean, you don't have a ladder, but if you want to do a reenactment.
Actually, I do have a ladder in the bag of holding.
Are you carrying the bag of
to bring
holding?
it.
I was say, are you carrying the bag of holding?
Yeah.
Isn't Doc carrying the bag of holding?
I thought Winley had it.
Oh, all right.
I've always had it.
At one point, we let someone else carry it for a brief time, but by default, it's Winley holding it, so it would have given it back to her as soon as we're out of that very specific situation.
All right. Well, if you want to spend your next turn getting
on the wall.
I think I'll probably not shove a ladder into the horde of zombies we're trying to not have climb the wall.
It's okay, you could just reenact the part in the first movie where he goes leaping into that crowd of Urukai screaming, Elendil! No ladder required.
There's a lot of leaping. Unfortunately, I think that his armor class is probably much higher than Winley's.
You're gonna have to toss the Brent.
I'm trying to remember what the meme was exactly. It was the sexiest thing a man can do is push open the doors of Helm's Deep simultaneously.
Yeah, that is a great scene. Aragorn's dramatic. Aragorn understands that you gotta use both sets as double doors. You can't just open one.
I mean, he's a king, so presumably he's got a level of noble in there somewhere, and surely some dramatic entrances.
He's got a specialization in dramatic entrances.
Is everyone excited for that Rings of Power series on Amazon
I could not
Prime?
possibly care less.
First time I'm hearing about it.
I mean, I will just take more Lord of the Rings and be
I'm
grateful for it.
excited about it.
I just hope it's good.
I hope it's good. Exactly. And because if it is, that's sweet.
I mean, sure. I'm just not excited. My attitude is if I'm a place, so if I don't get excited about it, I can't be disappointed by it.
Well, they really fucked up Wheel of Time.
Yeah, Wheel of Time was a huge letdown.
See, I
still
don't.
haven't even watched.
I don't feel the letdown from it. Like, it's been so long since I read the books that I'm just gonna ooh, fantasy thing, neat. All right.
And I never read the book, so I have nothing to
Ditto.
compare to.
Oh, me either. I just thought it was really stupid.
It was just
I watched the pilot like 3 or 4 months ago, and I watched the pilot like 3 or 4 months ago, and that was it.
I understand them making changes to make it better for television and better for a broader audience, but not including little things that they from the actual lore, from the actual world, to make it feel like the actual world, and then not doing it just ruined it for me.
All right. I have finally overcome the horde of fucking HP updates. So again, they are quite battered and bashed within that, but none of the ones in the concentrated area seem to fall or be afflicted enough to die from it. The skeletons continue to push over the wall here, and some of them do manage to climb over the section just to the south of you, Winley. The guard furthest to the south is cut down as one of the skeletons plunges a sword through him.
Hey Dan.
Yep.
I hate to do this, but that was supposed to be 2d8, not 2d6. I don't know why it rolled 2d6 instead.
No, it rolled 46 up there, and
it's supposed to be 2d8 bludgeoning and 4d6 cold, but it rolled 2d6 bludgeoning instead of 2d8.
No, I'm looking at the math. It did 46, so it did the cold damage. It did not do the bludgeoning damage.
It was.
No, it did both. It did.
I'm saying it rolled
6
for the bludgeoning instead of 2d8.
Yeah, gotcha. So roll 2d8, and if it's higher, we'll apply it, and if it's lower, we will wash it for the sake of not killing everybody's time. I hate you. I hate you all.
So anyway, about Wheel of Time.
I watched the trailer for the Ring of Power series, and I don't know if the production value is going to be good, so that's something at least.
I saw Sandman got a trailer.
I haven't watched that yet.
That was like 2 or 3 hours ago. Yeah, we were talking about that in the D&D chat the other day. The special effects look on point, if nothing else. So, I mean, getting to see a mimic and Gelatinous Cube realize will be pretty fun.
Yeah.
I did see a heated debate about the druid wild shape.
Yeah.
And doing owlbear, yeah.
Just instantly the primary topic of conversation. Maybe she was casting polymorph.
Yeah, / for story reasons, I could see a character having that ability. I don't know.
Yeah.
I did see a funny meme that it wasn't even necessarily that trailer, but just kind of amused me. It's like someone's bitching about people being surprised about there being dragons in the fantasy setting, and so someone was like, "Yeah, I know elephants exist. That doesn't mean I'm prepared to see one walking down the street in my day-to-day life, you know." So I thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, after D&D, if anyone wants to talk about Wheel of Time, I'm more than willing.
No, we've heard your rant already, buddy. It's okay.
I still have to watch it, Eric, so I won't be able to contribute to the conversation.
Colin, did you read the books?
Yeah.
That's right. I do remember you reading it. You corrected me on my pronunciation of Aes Sedai.
I read the book.
Mm-hmm.
Really? You read Wheel of Time?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
All of them?
Yes.
Cool. The show's awful.
But how do you have the patience for it? This is the real question.
Right? That's yeah. No, it wasn't a you read. That was a you read that. Okay.
I'm re-listening to it.
Listening does not count as reading.
Tina was really into it, and she got me reading them.
Yeah, that'll do it.
They're good books. They got frustrating in terms of like the breadth of the world building versus the advancement of the story, but the world building was good.
You mean every single chapter introduces more characters?
Yes. I remember when I finally sat down. I kind of after Robert Jordan died, and then they announced that they were bringing in another author to finish. I was like, all right, I'm not gonna read anymore until they're finished because I want to make sure I know they're finished. So then they finished, and I sat down to read them all, and I each chapter was from a different point of view. Characters okay, who the fuck is this? What's their deal?
All right.
What is happening?
All right. I have updated it. I'm gonna tell everybody right now if your rolls don't work correctly, I'm not updating it again because that just took 15 minutes. Not doing it again. So if your rolls go wrong, you need to catch it right out of the gate. I'm not doing a double set of these. There's way too many enemies for AoEs to be inaccurate. With that said, is Winley doing anything else?
No.
Okay. I'm not mad at you or anything. I'm just saying, it's taking way too long to do.
Just holy shit.
There's no way to bulk update HP, so you have to do it every single one individually.
That's really dumb.
Yep. That said, because of the update, it did kill 3 of the zombies on the north side.
Yay!
And with that, it is Mina's turn.
All right, what is furthest up the wall on this side at this point?
I mean, it seems to be largely zombies on your side of the wall. There are the 6 that are currently kind of poured over the edge here, just to your north on the other side of the guards.
And they just kind of like equally like climbed up and came over the edge?
Yep.
Yikes. All right. Cool. Let's shoot at the one due north of that poor guard there. So the closest one on the wall to Mina. Here is sharpshooter number 1. Does a 14 hit these guys?
It does.
Boom. Next one down the line. Next one closest on the wall. Another shot. And there you go.
Yep. Yeah, you dump the 2 closest on the wall.
And if they get another round, they're gonna overwhelm us here on this wall. So Mina will stay, but she's gonna tell these 2 guards to fall back and get off the wall, and I'm gonna follow right behind you. And then that's it.
Okay. Then next up is Krezkov. Krezkov lets go of the thing entirely, having had Ash and Winley sort of wrested out of his hands, and kind of slumps against the wall and puts his head in his hands and begins sobbing.
Think about what you did.
I thought it was pretty clear that he'd been
Oh, he was.
by something. Like, not his
I'm
fault.
going to
Okay. With that, the zombies do begin to come down the wall towards the guards here. And others continue to attempt sort of their climb up and over, and moving a bunch of zombies simultaneously does not work very well. There it goes. The one's closest to the guard at the end here kind of takes lashes out at him. And he is struck down as he is essentially bowled over, and the zombie begins to rip and chew at him. With that, then, it is Harmony's turn.
Was that the zombie by Winley or the one at the north?
On the north, there are no zombies next to you other than at the bottom of the wall.
Okay.
Okay. Harmony is going to... So the gate's closed, right?
The gate is closed, albeit shaking and rattling violently as the zombies smash up against it.
Okay. Can Harmony push through the guards to get to kind of right up against the gate?
Yes.
Okay, she's gonna do so. It's like 10 feet of movement or so, like here-ish.
Yep.
And she can presumably hear the din of battle going on all around her.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
All right, this seems like the best possible spot. She looks down at the pipes she's been using as her spellcasting focus and raises them to her lips and plays a creepy little tune. We're going to use a charge on the old Pipes of Haunting. And I'm going to make you suffer for this, Dan. You're going to have to roll all these fucking saves and keep track of all this and think about what you did.
I look forward to disappointing you with my incredible rolls.
I like how we're trying to make the DM suffer for.
Let's be honest, the DM's gonna break before Strahd does. Let's be honest.
Exactly. So I
DC
have
15 wisdom.
Fucking. How do I put this in the chat? I'll just copy paste it.
I know what it does.
Unless do you have the description?
Yep.
It's in the handout, right?
Yep.
Anyways, this is what it does. She's spending a charge, so each creature, she's gonna use the effect of everyone that isn't hostile toward me automatically succeeds. So each creature within 30 feet of me has to make a DC 15 Wisdom save or become frightened of me for 1 minute.
All right, I'll see you guys in half an hour.
Yeah, that's right, Dan. You think about this. I mean, I actually don't think. I mean, I feel a little bad for the amount of time it's going to take. but not really.
Yeah, this is gonna take a hot minute. Actually, it's not gonna take that long at all, because, good lord, it's very effective. Okay.
I want to eat goldfish that I have on my desk, but if I open my desk to get goldfish, the sleeping dogs will be roused.
That happens.
Right.
Is Harmony doing anything else?
Army's not, so I guess not.
Okay, easy enough then. Doc.
All right, so gate is the gate closing now?
It is closed and rattling violently.
Yeah, I'm gonna help shore up that then, I think. Are these guys just right up against the gates, or is the gate where the zombies are? At this point?
The gate here is in kind of the open space between them and the zombies on the outside. They are all essentially kind of standing here, spears at the ready, waiting for the first thing to come through.
Okay. So and the gate, so it's not barred; it's an actual gate, so I can't actually see anything currently.
No, I mean you can tell very clearly, kind of with light through the cracks and whatnot, that they're obviously smashing up against it on the other side.
Sure. I forget. Do spears have reach? Like, if I'm in front of the spears, can they still poke at them? If I'm in front of them?
Yeah, they can attack.
Well, I don't quite have the movement for that, so I'm gonna kind of silently say, "Hey, move over. Let me in." Excuse me.
Okay. Doing anything else, Doc?
No, that'd be it.
Okay. And seeing
Actually,
Harmony.
Sorry, I think I have enough dash to get through there. If you let me just squeeze in there.
Sure.
So yeah. Oh, this is not gonna be good.
Okay.
That's gonna be fine.
It'll be fine.
Ash.
Alright, well, I'm gonna get out of the gatehouse now that I'm no longer needed in there. And see about if I can get to the front of the line here. Standing on a person. Get here. Okay. I'm not in the gate right here. This is a valid space, yes, because that's where Doc is. Cool.
Yep.
Cool. And I'm just going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
This would actually be a good use of your that guardian thing, I would think.
Except that I've used both of my 4th level spells on
Oh right.
creature.
Yeah.
So, summon a spiritual sword. And also I'm going to, since that's a bonus action, I'm also going to use Sacred Flame on just the one right in front of me.
Yeah, can you?
Yes, because Sacred Flame is a cantrip.
There's a wall in front
There's
of you.
a
There's
wall,
a gate in
that's what
front
I'm
of you
saying.
here. You can't see through it.
Yeah.
Oh, I
mean-
thought it was a bard.
No, this is a wooden gate. The bard gate is up at the monastery.
In that case,
Ready a sacred flame.
in that case, I'm not going to do either of those, and I'm going to ready a Sacred Flame.
Okay. Anything else, Ash?
Nope.
Okay. The guard up here in the wall next to you, Mina, seems to take heed. He takes a shot at the closest zombie, which misses, and then he kind of scampers back down the stairs behind the wall. The one that's next to you, Winley, kind of foolishly perhaps, but seems to be ready to make a stand against the skeletons that are coming down the wall towards him, and takes a shot as well at the closest one, which, rolling the dice, ... hits, and rolling the dice again, kind of stumbles the closest skeleton, although it doesn't fall from the shot that it takes. And with that said, then the guards kind of down below, of course, make way for Doc and Ash to push their way through, seemingly grateful for other people to kind of take the front line here, but still seem to have kind of readied for the push through here.
If the guards are going, did I get skipped?
No, you're at the top of the initiative. We have not finished the cycle here.
Okay, sorry.
Oh. With that said, many of these zombies out front turn and begin to run away at the sound of the Pipes of Haunting. And a handful continue to press up against the gates and smash against it. For your purposes, Doc and Ash, the gates essentially are smashed open here at the end of the zombie's turn, so you can take your ready to action. It's just one dex save from one zombie here.
We'll just use the Sacred Flame from above, so 10 radiant damage.
Okay, so he fails, so you can go ahead and take your roll.
10 radiant damage?
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear that
I'm
part.
just using the roll that I had rolled previously.
Yep. The one in front of you just collapses in holy fire.
Cool. Fuck you. I spit on his corpse.
Attaboy. Okay. From behind you guys, you hear, perhaps I'll call it the creak of the wagon, and anybody who kind of casts a glance backwards sees that Isaac is running up with Victor seemingly reluctantly trailing behind him.
Nice.
He's running to join the battle up here?
Yep.
He should stay with Arena.
I mean, if these zombies break through, he's not going to be able to protect Arena anyway.
So, probably going with, well, the choke point's probably the best point.
Yeah, exactly.
This is how we lose an arena.
I mean, there are this size crowds of zombies
All around.
the wall.
Yeah.
So where is she? Because we probably want her.
She's in the back of the cart.
But yeah. Then did the cart? Where did the cart?
Like right here.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's-
All right.
Yep.
Well, that's good.
Yep. With that, it is Winley's turn.
Does it happen to be stormy outside?
It is very foggy and the sky is dark.
So no.
No.
I'm casting Call Lightning either way. Just wanted to know. And then, so it says I have to pick a point and everything within 5 feet. So if I pick like this guy, will it hit all 9 of these? 5 of these? Or do I need to pick a point in the middle to hit 4?
I think those are the ones running away. You might want to try the ones closer.
I'm just figuring out how many I can hit.
Yeah. If you target a single square, it'll hit everything within 5 feet of the square.
So 9 total?
Yep.
Okay, cool. I will target this guy right here.
Okay.
So
Yep.
to hit these 9.
Okay. The bolt of lightning slaps down, and many dex saves were rolled.
9 dex saves to be exact.
Skeletons, not known for their dexterity here, are largely struck, with a handful of small exceptions. But let's see, this one dies. This one dies. This one dies. And then the others seem quite crispy, but are still pushing forward.
Okay, that's fine. And then I will bonus action to shoot an arrow. Come on, character sheet pros. Do any of them look like they're more effective climbers or getting closer?
There's such a morass here, you could not even begin to make that sort of
Okay.
estimation.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I'll just shoot at this one directly in front of me. He's technically not in melee range, right? Since he's 20 feet below.
Correct.
Okay.
And that's a hit.
13 radiant.
Okay. It kind of stumbles in its climb, but is not knocked off the wall.
Okay. And that's it for Winley.
Okay. The skeletons who are already up on the wall charge towards this guard. And swing at him with their swords.
I didn't realize they were on the wall.
Yep, 2 to the southward. One of them stabs him and he kind of stumbles, but he is not slain just yet.
Give that man a promotion.
just for not immediately dying.
It's for not instant dying.
Yep. And then some of these ones that are closer to you, Winley, turn and are running at the sound of the pipes. Enter joke about Danny Boy here.
I was just about to. Damn it! the pipes are calling though.
Yep. And another rank of them is clambering over the wall here to your south, Winley.
This is a shitty wall.
I'd say, well, let's see how you fare against hundreds of zombies, but me thinks we're about to, so, here we all are.
Not for climbability.
Right, like, are they just like
The shitty ass wall
just like
clambered over.
up it?
It's essentially like a stone and brick wall, so they're just digging bony fingers into the mortar and hauling themselves upwards, essentially. But with that, it is Mina's turn.
All right. Well, I would like to. Just had a thought, so I'm gonna check something. Okay, if I cast, I would like to use my last second level spell slot to cast Spike Growth.
Okay.
I want to just kind of hit this whole mess of zombies that's in front of me here.
Okay.
But I realize that there's a 20-foot wall right here.
Yep.
So if I cast it here-ish, or rather like at the bottom of the wall down there, will the spike growth like create spikes along the wall and then on the top of the wall, or like how is the wall going to interact with spike growth, I guess is my question.
I'm going to say it can either cover essentially the height of the wall, or it can cover the horizontal plane, but not both.
Okay. Well,
At least call it within the bounds of the range here. So like if you drop it at the bottom, it might cover the entire side of the wall but not reach over the top. If you drop it at the top, it might cover down over a section of the side, but you're not going to get sort of double distance for the fact that it's horizontally in the radius.
Yeah, gotcha. That makes sense. Okay, so what I'd like to do is she takes her thorns and brambles or whatever out of her spell pouch and says her little druidy words and shit like that. And I want to cast Spike Growth starting like halfway down the wall, like right here, basically. Because if I do that with a 20-foot wall, it has a 20-foot radius, so the circle will come just to where I am, and then it'll cover the 10 feet of the wall, and then it will run along the wall as well, and then it'll come out to about here. And I can make that circle, but just to give you a sense what that's going to be like, because that'll take me a second. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I mean, it's a little bigger than that. Because it's 20 foot, it actually goes out to like here, lengthwise, because it has a 20-foot radius.
Yeah. Let me adjust that for you, but yeah.
Yeah. And then that's my action. Let's see. I will move. Is it like stairs behind me that lead off the wall?
Yeah.
What's this? What is that?
The gatehouse.
Yep.
Like, can I go up on it? Is there like a second floor?
No, the wall runs over the top of the gate smoothly.
So you can run across it.
Yep.
You can stand up there and see down.
Yeah, that sounds cool. I want to run up there and stand like above the gate.
Okay. So it's three squares south of you for movement.
Okay. Yeah, I'm on somebody, but I'm above you, obviously. Yep. And then, yeah, that's it for me.
Okay. Krezk continues to sob in the gatehouse, and the zombies begin to clamber through a brutal amount of thorns here. Let's see, for movement here, the 4 at the top. Yeah. If you could give me just 6 2d4 rolls in a row. No,
I'm just moving back up here so I can see them as they're doing that, but yes. 6 2d4s in a row.
Yep.
Yes.
And that's just, I'm just going to stack order damage as they push through.
Okay, could have been worse.
Okay.
4 1s and 1 4. That's a little fucked up, but all right.
You know, deep down, the overall damage is what counts,
yeah.
right?
I'll take it.
There's a 7 in there.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure it averages out to either 3 or 4, and I guess I can't complain about that. Probably 4 even.
Yep. All right. Well, I think you're overall going to be pleased with the effect here. You are going to need to move your token though.
Okay. I'm going back over here.
Okay. So the 4 on the wall managed to kind of survive their charge through as they push towards you.
I'm just going to jump around a little so I can see them, but obviously, yeah, that's right.
Oh.
Gotcha.
There we go. And they're just kind of a straight line charging down there. Those that are climbing the wall are ripped to shreds, though. That is a remarkably effective effect on them.
Sweet. Just taking a look. Cool.
Not done quite shredding.
Oh,
shredding said.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. They're not smart, these zombies.
Works for me.
Yep. All right, and with that, then it is Harmony's turn. Is the one that reached you took a swing but missed.
Ew, gross. No, thank you. Well, Harmony has to keep herself visible to make sure that this frightened effect, because it partially depends on her being invisible range. So as much as she would like to retreat, doesn't seem tactically prudent. Can she see from her vantage point? Like you said, the gate fell,
Yep.
right?
Yep. The gate has been smashed open.
Okay. Then this is the closest one that's crawling its way through.
Yep.
Or can she see any from where she is? Can she see any zombies up on the walls?
Yeah, she can see the four that are charging Mina right now.
Okay. Let's see. Whichever one took a swing at Mina, she's gonna viciously mock.
Okay.
Viciously.
It is viciously mocked.
Great.
It does not die.
Okay. Mina's got you dead to rights. Undead to rights.
Okay. Anything else from Harmony?
She's going to attempt to position herself to be visible to as many of the creatures as possible in order for the effects of the Pipes of Haunting to remain in effect.
Okay.
So here-ish, kind of just in the gateway, but also back enough that the ones on the walls can see her, even though the ones that climbed up there presumably aren't frightened of her. But, she's just trying to be visible.
Okay. And then it is Doc.
Well, I'm certainly not pushing out of the gate, I guess. Oh god, my view was going weird there. I mean, fuck, I think I'm just gonna do a dodge action and just hold the line here and let other people do all the damage.
You could punch the one right in front of you.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Punchy.
that.
Is it still up?
It is... No, you actually do crush its skull in with that blow.
Cool. I'll use my other attack on the one immediately to its map north then,
Okay.
which I assume misses.
There it is. And actually, no, it does not miss.
Okay.
And that one is also felled.
Neat.
Okay.
Staying right here though, thanks.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope, that'll be it.
Ash.
I am going to cast Spiritual Weapon right in front of me.
Okay.
And I'm also going to Sacred Flame. Actually, I'll see this. I assume that hits, so I'm gonna have it attack the one right to my south,
Okay.
right to its south.
Damage, please.
What is he doing? Okay, all right. It was asking me what level I wanted to cast it at, but it was already cast, so I was confused. Okay, so there you go. 6 force damage,
Okay, it stumbles, but it's still standing.
and then I'm gonna Sacred Flame the same one then.
Okay. It is going to be caught in the Holy Fire, Bahamut, and collapse.
Cool. And that's me. I'll hold the line here.
Okay.
I will take a free action just to yell back at Isaac and just tell him that he should go back and protect Arena.
Okay. With that, the guard that escaped due to Mina's wise guidance to get off the wall takes a shot up at the zombies and misses. The guard that was stabbed by one of the skeletons drops his bow, draws his sword, and takes a swing back, which is blocked. And the guards here behind you, Ash and Doc, are all just waiting for something to come through here. With that, the zombies that are immediately on the other side of the gate do press forward towards you all. And one of them is entering the square for the weapon, which is not big enough to hold the square to itself. And they are those few within reach here take swings at Doc and Ash.
Do I get a sentinel attack on one of the ones attacking Ash?
The one, yeah, you'll get a sentinel attack on one of them.
Cool. I'll just roll that to get that out of the way then.
And these are vicious. I mean, you've fought more than a handful of zombies in Barovia so far, but these ones are as close to rabid as you can imagine. That hit does land. It is still standing, but kind of staggers from that blow.
Yep.
And of the ones that are attacking, only one lands a claw on Ash for 3 damage. Of the ones that are attacking Doc, one hits one of your illusions. 2 of them hit your illusions. 3 of them hit your illusions.
Well, it was fun while it lasted anyway.
That kept you from getting hit, so you got that
Sure
going
did.
for you. With that, Isaac kind of pauses back here for a second to Ash calling out to him, and then seems to sort of ignore the order or the command, and charges up the stairs here on the north side towards the zombies close to Mina. And that's as far as he gets. Victor seems to sort of mutter something out here in the back, and you all see a brief flash of light flash past the gate and detonate on the far side of the gate as a fireball explodes. Which will do some amount of damage at some point. There it goes. All right, I think you on the other side of the gate will be pleased, as literally every zombie on the other side of the gate immediately here in front of you is incinerated by the fireball. It is a little bit maybe close for comfort for Ash and Doc here, standing at the edge of the explosion. And with that, then it is Winley's turn.
Are these 2 zombies trying to climb up the wall in front of me, or does it look like they're pushing towards the gate?
They are pretty much at the edge of the wall here. They just can't get onto the platform with you guys right there. So they're sort of gripping onto the edge.
Okay. I'll call my lightning down here to hit those 4.
Okay. If you want to go ahead and give me the damn, thank you. They're gonna die whether I roll for it or not. And anything else from Winley?
Yep, I'm going to. How does this soldier in front of me look?
He's been stabbed. He's kind of currently trying to fend off these skeletons on the wall in front of him with the sword, but is not doing a very good job of it.
Okay, I'll use a bonus action and actually, nah, sorry, guard, kind of fuck you. I'm gonna shoot at the skeleton in front of him.
Okay. That's not a total fuck you.
Well, I was considering healing him, and then I was like, killing zombies is more important for skeletons, I suppose.
Alright, well, you do blast the one in front of him to pieces, so...
And then I might say to him, protect yourself, leave the wall, whatever you need to do, don't die.
Okay.
Super inspiring words.
Very inspiring. Definitely trying to take Harmony's job from her.
Yeah.
Alright, the skeletons that have made it onto the wall to the south, push in here a little bit. Including 2 that are going to push kind of, I'm not a little bit past the guard here, but are more importantly coming up to you here, Winley.
How wide is this wall?
10 feet.
Oh, okay.
And the other ones on the far south end begin clambering up and over as they have been. And with that, the 2 that are close to you take swings with their swords. Both hit you, 1 for 4 and 1 for 8. And then the guard is, unfortunately, before he's able to flee or take shelter, is cut down by the 2 that are attacking him. And that's a succeed on the con save. And another success on the con save. And then with that, it is Mina's turn.
Alright, doing a cool balancing act here on the top of the gate. Gonna shoot at the zombie right in front of me. Well, it's tough to balance and shoot at the same time.
I mean, 10 is...
Does a 10 hit?
It does, actually.
Fuck yeah! Alright, and does that kill that one?
It does.
Cool, and then the one that was behind it is gonna hopefully take a bolt to the face as well. Oof, does a 9 hit?
It does. Zombie AC is terrible.
Alright, yeah, well, there you go. That one's dead too. And then, I can't really... Give me just a second to kind of take in the lay of the land here, because I can't really see from that spot.
The great walls of obscurity here.
Couple there. Oof. Okay, south side of the wall is still in pretty rough shape. Is that what I'm...
Yeah, there's a pretty healthy number of skeletons that have gotten up onto the wall down there.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna kind of nimbly step over on top of the other gatehouse right there. And yeah, that's it for me.
Okay. Then next up is Krezk, who is still quite sad down below in the gates. And with that, then it is the handful of zombies. The ones that are at the bottom of the wall here begin to make their way towards the main gate, as opposed to trying to push through the thorns now that more of an opening has been made. But there are still some in the radius that I need to take the damage for. So if I can get a back-to-back... let's see, 1, 2, 3. Actually, they'll be a little smarter and just back out of it. So one set of D4, please.
Sorry. 7 total.
Okay. Smart enough not to be suicidal. Or at least more suicidal than necessary.
Spiky, herdy. Ouch. Run away.
Yeah,
At least it's smart.
Something to that effect. The kind of difficult terrain there is keeping them from getting all the way to the gate, but some of them are starting to push their way across the spiky ice left by Winley's spell. And then with that, some of them are ripped up from the thorns as they try to back away from that. And now it is Harmony's turn.
Okay. So, looks like there's a bit of a crowd accumulating on this portion of the wall.
Yep.
Okay. Well, Harmony will head off in that direction. I can't really see exactly how many people I'm going to catch with this, but we got another charge, so smoke them if you got them. She's going to start tootling on the pipes of haunting again, but from this vantage point now. So, another 30-foot bubble.
Okay, and I'm not seeing where the bubble is because Roll20 is being super, super painful here.
Sorry, I'm right here, so 30 feet
Okay.
from this direction, from this point. That's where I could get.
Many much wisdom saves as Mina's helpful DM helping rules lawyering pushes more zombies to the entrance.
No prob.
God damn it, Mina.
Yeah, that red circle can get deleted.
Yep. I'll get there in a second. Roll20 is running at about 0.01 frames per second for the DM, so it's not super conducive to a lot of stuff happening at once. All right, yonder wisdom saves. Okay. Anything else, Harmony?
No.
All right, Doc.
I'm being a good bard.
I'm gonna not push out, and I don't feel like using range, so I think I'll do what I was going to do last time and just do a dodge action.
Okay.
Which is probably less dodge and more just hunker down, but either
Sure.
way.
Bracing yourself for the bodies that are about to
Yeah.
smash into you. Okay.
Yeah.
Ash.
Alright, my spiritual weapon's going to attack the one right in front of it. Goes. Nice.
I'm still waiting for the numbers to appear. There it is. Oh, yeah, nice. Go ahead and roll it.
So it's 13 total.
Okay. It sort of takes a smack to the cheek, and you're pretty sure the zombie's jaw is broken, but it is actually still standing.
Alright, and then I'm going to follow up with a Sacred Flame on it.
Okay.
Actually, no, I'm going to take this moment, since there's nothing right in front of me, to go ahead and cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Okay.
And that's me.
Okay. Then next up is the guards. Alright, the one on the wall, or that came back from the wall, takes a shot at the zombie next to Isaac and actually manages to kill it. The 6 down here in the passage are still just spears at the ready, waiting for Ash and Doc to break at any minute now. And then with that, there are no Strahd zombies left on the field immediately, other than the ones that are still in flight. So then Isaac, who just bisects the one in front of him in half. He just completely cleaves the thing into pieces, and then begins to run down the wall to assist Harmony or to assist Winley. And then Victor, who not seeing quite the need for such another grandiose fireball here, shoots a flaming bolt at the one that your spiritual weapon hit. And it is engulfed in flames and collapses. And with that, it is Winley's turn.
Okay, I'm just kind of moving myself back and forth because Winley would be able to see both halves of the wall,
Yep.
obviously.
Yeah, there's only one to your south now, up on the wall.
Okay, so I will call down my lightning here to hit these ones.
Okay. It is very effective as all 5 of those collapse, electrified, and scorched.
Excellent. And then popping over. Okay, there is still one next to me. So I'll take it with disadvantage, but throw an archer attack at him. Oof. Is a 9 hit?
It does not.
Okay.
Skeletons have a little bit of armor on them.
All right. That's it for me.
Okay. Then next up is Yonder Skeleton Crew. The 6 that have clambered onto the wall here charge down towards you. With one peeling off here to come down towards Harmony. And that said, the ones beyond the wall have turned about to flee.
Are they fleeing from Harmony's pipes?
Yep.
Okay.
And the ones that are within reach here take a swing at you. Two of them managed to hit you, one hitting you for 8 and one hitting you for 5.
13 total?
Yep. And then it is Mina.
Excuse me, I quickly scanned, but I don't see any more. Are there any more zombies up here that I can see?
Yes, there are 6 to the south on the wall.
On the wall, up here.
To the south.
Okay, that's what I was checking if there were any more on that side.
Oh.
Okay. So then turning around just so I can just pop it out so I can see there. I'll take a shot at this one, the one closest to me there.
Okay.
And does that kill the skeletons too?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Big time.
Cool. Then the next one, just the next one south of that one.
Okay.
There you go.
And that one collapses as well.
Keep them coming. And then movement-wise, I'm pretty much happy where I am. So that's it.
Okay. Then next up is going to be Krezk, who seems to finally be gathering himself down below. He sort of stumbles out of the gate to see what's going on here. And with that, the zombies pushing the gate finally do actually push the gate. And the ones that are running are officially, I'm going to say, just off the map here. Oh,
That doesn't count as kills, Harmony.
I don't know. Who's making those rules?
Still only counts as one.
Does it, though? Does it only count as one?
You'll get XP for him, though.
All right. There are more pushing here, but Roll20 is being finicky. So you can imagine they've crowded around, and I'll get them there when it stops being finicky. But again, they are clawing at you. These ones that seem to be following up the last set don't seem nearly as aggressive as the first set.
Sorry?
No one said anything. And neither of you take any hits as they just bash against your heavy armor here.
Can I hit one? Can I swing at one that's attacking Ash?
Yes.
Go. Neat.
You do hit. It is not killed, however.
Yeah, fair enough.
These ones are tougher.
Not even. They're just not hurt.
I would say just not quite enough to do the job.
With that, it is Harmony.
Okay. So is there a skeleton actually adjacent to Harmony, or is that on the wall?
It is actually adjacent to Harmony. It is coming down the steps at Harmony.
Well, I don't care for that. Okay. Harmony is going to, again, attempt to appear visible. She's got to maintain visibility. Okay. Well, in the interest of... Okay, she's just going to look at the skeleton and viciously mock it as she attempts to maintain being visible to the ones that are scared of her.
Okay, it is viciously mocked.
Does it crumble into a pile of bones?
It does not.
Okay. I have a bone to pick with you, ugly, and she is going to nudge around to be closer to... she's not leaving its threatened area, but she's going to kind of reposition herself slightly to be visible to both the south group and the main gate group as much as possible.
Okay. Doc.
Well, I guess I'll start punching. I'll start with the one I already hit once.
Nice.
Now is it dead?
Solid punch here, and no, it is not.
Yeah, bummer. I'm gonna spread the love anyway and hit the other one.
Okay.
Nice.
Wow!
I found those green numbers that Jake was missing earlier.
Goodness. Yeah, I was saying they're both stumbling, but still standing.
Fair enough.
Doc just does the double crotch punch.
Yep.
Anything else for Doc?
Nope.
All right, Ash.
I'm actually going to use my sword and slash at the one right in front of me with my sword.
Okay. That is it.
Damage. Nice. 16
You
total.
cut it down violently.
Alright, and then my spiritual sword is going to attack the one that don't hit with that other crit. As soon as I can find spiritual weapon. There we go. Roll. Yeah, roll. Oh, it's not going to hit, I'm guessing.
No, it did hit.
With that -3 even? 7?
No, actually, that did not. Sorry, I was just looking at the 10.
So that's me.
All right. The guards once again stand ready. The one guard kind of across the yard here takes a shot at the skeleton next to you, Harmony. Unfortunately, he misses. And then with that, there are no more Strahd zombies. Let me take those off. And Isaac takes a swing at the skeleton right next to both of you. Soundly smashes it to pieces. Okay, and Victor shoots another firebolt at the one in front of Doc. and strikes it, and it too collapses, engulfed in flames. With that, it is Winley's turn.
I'm going to move my token for a second just to see what the hell's going on the other side of here.
There are no other ones up top.
Okay, so they've now come down the stairs. Are these all the same skeletons, these three here?
Yep.
Okay, cool. That's what I was determining. So there's not one standing by me over here.
No. There's four there. There's one sort of hiding a little bit under the stairs, as far as the visual goes.
Okay. Well, I suppose I'll start with my archer attack on the one on the wall in front of me here. So 6 radiant damage on that one.
Okay.
And then, is this building behind me, is it the same height, or do I have to climb up to get on top of it?
It is flat north to south. You can walk across the top of the wall north to south.
I'm going to walk over here. I can't see anything. Put myself somewhere I can see.
Looking down over the edge, you can see that there's about a dozen zombies left in front of the gate.
Okay, cool. All right, they're perfectly lined up for a tidal wave, so we're gonna do that. So that's gonna hit.
Where are you casting that from?
Standing on top of the building.
Okay, so you're just doing the kind of a left to right wave here.
Yeah, I drew a box.
Yep, I can see it. I'm just asking.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So it'll hit everything in that box.
Okay, go ahead and roll your damage here as I roll some saves.
Damn it, I don't have that one. 48.
All of said zombies are crushed under the enormous wave. Winley suddenly conjures out of nothing.
And that's it for Winley. I'm actually kind of standing like on the corner of this building, but I can't go there. So I'll just be in this little spot
Okay.
where I can't see anything.
Okay. The 4 remaining skeletons, say the one that was after Harmony, continues to kind of swing at Harmony. And then the 3 that are up on the wall push down towards you and Isaac. And one day the dice will roll. There it goes. Winley, you take a stab from 1 for 7. And Harmony, you take a slash from 1 for 6. And then it is Mina's turn.
Is that the one I viciously mocked?
It was.
Did it roll disadvantage?
It did.
Okay. Too much to hope.
What are these 2 at the base of this? Are these 2 climbing, or what are they doing?
No, they were trying to get in through the gate. They're just they're behind the other wave.
Okay, well, I'm going to try to shoot them from up here. So here's on the, from this map's perspective, northmost one. Boom. And here's on the other one.
Yep. First one is shot dead. Second one is distinctly shot dead.
Is extremely shot dead.
Okay, so then the tidal wave is getting the lay of the land here.
There are no other ones outside the wall. There are 3 skeletons on top of the wall and 1 down the stairs from the wall attacking Harmony.
Okay, is there, this one is like right next to me, right?
I cannot really see you.
Oh, sorry. Let me just see. Jesus. The sightlines are ridiculous. Yes, okay, there is one on the wall right next to me.
Yep, there are 2 directly south of Winley, and there's 1 directly south of Isaac.
Okay. Right on. I'll just stay right there then.
Okay. With that, Krezk sees that Harmony is under attack and literally just sort of runs over and shoves at this thing, not having an actual weapon in hand.
Brave man.
Well, he tried. All zombies are dead, so then it is going to be Harmony's turn.
Okay. Harmony kind of looks over at Krezk and is like, I appreciate the effort, but please at least go grab a weapon. And she is going to. Wait, is this Isaac?
No, Isaac is up on the wall up to the left. That's Krezk.
Okay, that is Krezk. Okay, sorry, couldn't tell under the beautifully drawn stairs. And Harmony is going to continue her barrage of insults towards this thing. Let's see here.
Okay. He's viciously mocked and collapses.
That's right. And that's the only one in melee range with me?
Correct.
Okay. Harmony will kind of she kind of fumbles around in her she's going to use her object interaction to pull out the silvered rapier. Does the Baron does he look like a capable warrior?
Not particularly. At least not so much more than any of the guards you've seen here. He seems reasonably fit, but he's not get decked out in heavy gear or anything.
Okay. Well, she doesn't want to leave him to die, but she is now free of drawing opportunity attacks. So she is going to kind of tell him she's going to tell him duck and cover. She can't say take the disengage action, but that's what she's going to advise him to do. And she's going to kind of move back toward kind of the middle, check out how things are looking in the. She's trying to keep herself as visible as possible from all the things that are magically scaring her.
Okay.
So that'll be it for her.
All right, Doc.
Oh, well, there's nothing immediately out the gate here anymore, or at least I don't see anything.
There's nothing immediately outside the gate. There are 3 skeletons up on the wall to the south.
Well, I'm gonna use a shimmy of a move to come out here. Oh, I still can't actually see him from out here. No. We'll move 15 feet out. If I got out to the front here, would I be able to Thorn Whip one of them from out here?
Let's say, what's the range on Thorn Whip?
30, I want to say.
Yes, you would barely be able to reach one.
Where would I have to stand for that, since I can't actually see the...
You can, where you are works for it.
Right there, okay.
Oh.
Then, yep. And a yank.
Okay, you hit, and how much damage does it take from falling off this wall? It thuds nicely to the ground and does not get back up.
Good. Well, and I'm going to move back to my defensive position in case another wave comes in.
Okay, Ash?
Everything's on the wall at this point, right? I can't see anything anymore.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
There are two skeletons left at the top of the wall.
I'm going to try and get somewhere where I can help out with that. That's 15, and then steps up 15. Am I in range of anything?
Yep,
Yes.
you are right next to one.
Oh, I attack it with the sword. I say, fuck you.
Well, you did hit.
Damage. Another 16.
You cut this skeleton down nicely.
Okay, and I'm going to move my sacred my sword. It has a 20-foot movement, and the wall is 20 feet, right?
Yep.
So it's just going to go straight up, so it's on top of the wall, basically.
Okay. Guard takes a bow shot at the one up on the wall here, which hits, and the guard kills the last skeleton. All right, you have cleared off this wave at the gate here. As the sounds of immediate battle subside, the sound of distant screams echoing throughout the village to your north reach your ears. You can still see many figures stirring in the darkness beyond the gates, but you seem to have kind of defeated this first platoon that assailed it. What is anybody doing?
I'm still on the...
Put onto a map.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm still on the title screen.
Oh, you're on the title screen because I have cleared the battle map.
I
can put you on the village map.
What is the nearest source of screams / battle noises?
You are hearing them throughout the kind of the village around to the north presently.
Did the crowds of zombies and skeletons that were kind of still in front of us, did they move away? Are they just standing there? Like, what are they doing?
No, they're still coming towards the gates. You simply seem to have cleared the first wave that was coming for the gates here.
Okay.
And is there still a Strahd up here?
There is. The glowing light of Bucephalus on the distant Sphalic road still illuminates the darkness.
It might...
Go ahead.
I was going to say, it might behoove us to do a fighting retreat up to the fortress up and just try and rally as much of the town as we can.
I was going to say, I unfortunately think we might have to split up. You know, a couple people to go, gather the town and a couple people to hold off the horde as much as possible.
Yeah, if we can force the horde to have to funnel the winding, path up, and then funnel the gates up at the abbey, I think that might be much more defensible.
Yeah, I think if we just all leave the gate, though, they're going to break it down immediately, and then we're going to get trapped with a horde between us and any way up to the abbey.
Well, and just to be clear, right, the front gate here has been broken down, so you don't have like a sealed choke point here necessarily.
Okay.
The mayor dude, he's still around, the burgomaster?
Yes, he is currently sobbing into his hands in the gatehouse.
I'll ask him if they have any kind of signal that they might use, like a trumpet blast or something that they might respond to and run to.
He make a persuasion check first of all.
Because he's so...
I'll give you a help on that, Tom, if Harmony is in the vicinity.
Persuasion.
Or intimidation. Depends on how you're communicating. He kind of lifts his hands. Clearly is just horrified at what he did. He does not he seems to have not perhaps been acting under his own motivation there when he opened the gate.
Right.
We never prepared for this. Not for this.
Is there any hunting calls or anything your people might know of or recognize as they come here?
He seems to kind of be racking his brain for the moment. We have hunting calls. We have whistles of sorts, but I don't know if they're going to understand.
Is there a bell somewhere in this town?
He kind of gestures up towards the hill. Just the one at the abbey.
Okay. I mean,
might be our best bet if someone can, whoever's fastest, get up there and ring the bell.
Yeah, we still have some of the spearmen, the guards here, right?
Yeah, Harmony's probably like shouting something along the lines of, does anyone have anything they can use to barricade this gate?
The inner city is lost at this point. They're going to be coming over the walls all over the place. We know that they can climb. So at this point, let's send some guards off as runners and let's get a retreat up to the mountain.
I did just put in the chat.
Yeah,
I
that's
do have
tempting.
a wall of fire.
Yeah.
That's the best I've got for barricading, in a sense.
It feels like we might want to save that for the Abbey if we have to make like a final stand there.
Sure.
So,
I mean, how close are the approaching? Like, are there hordes like massing for another charge at the gate?
They seem to be about maybe 200 yards away, but definitely coming towards the gate.
Okay. Well, we should get moving. We don't have a lot of time to
don't
just
have
like.
the numbers to keep holding the wall. We need to get as many people as we can up to the Abbey. That's our best tactical option, I think.
I feel okay about holding the wall if this is the only chunk of wall that had to be held, but obviously
Yeah, but
that's
the fact that they can climb, we know for a fact they can climb, and the fact that they're all over the place, we need to get as many people up the mountain.
well, that also means they can climb up
So,
the mountain. But
I don't like the option of splitting the party, but I think that we should start moving as a party up towards the mountain, gathering as many people as we can, and we can send some of these guards off, as runners to try and
I
get.
mean, can we send some of our faster members to do that?
We don't have any. Isn't everyone the same speed? I mean, I can use my last spell slot to cast Long Strider, but that feels like a waste of a hunter's mark.
I mean, I have 4 level 1 spell slots. I actually have Long Strider, so I can use it on someone.
Well, I mean, there's an option.
Not on myself, but
I think we can just leave this to the NPCs to do and not split the party, though.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a good idea to split the party at this juncture.
Well, we gotta get the wagon. The fastest way up the hill is probably the wagon with Arena in it. But we should probably move while we have a moment of not fighting for our lives.
So I instruct the Burglemaster to have his guards gather up as many people and many defenders and retreat up to the Abbey, because it's going to be their most advantageous, place to try and hold.
Okay. He kind of begins to try to gather himself. Obviously, still he's very, very shaken, but he kind of climbs to his feet. On my life.
Yeah, and Harmony will kind of like, as a backup to that, just kind of like see he's still a little shaky and like clap him on the shoulder and say, look, it's not your fault. Strahd's powers are beyond the ability of almost anyone to resist. You can redeem yourself by saving as many of your people as possible now, if you hurry. And I'll make a, I don't know, persuasion or inspiration check or whatever.
All right. Let's see. Well, Harmony's worst case scenario is always as more persuasive than the average. He seems to steel himself a bit and nods and then kind of steps out of the gatehouse. Guards, the gate is lost. We must warn everyone to retreat to the Abbey. And kind of with that begins the kind of gesture towards the village, and the few remaining guards here begin to kind of jog up the street.
He tried to convince the villagers to come out and help their guards, and some people came out, but there's still people barricaded in their houses, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the hope is that the zombies aren't, I don't know how much fine control Strahd has over these guys, and if they'll just eat everything in their path, or if they're going for one target. But either way, we should get going.
Yeah. As
Isaac and oh god, what was the Baron's son's name?
Victor.
Victor. They were helping us fight on the walls, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay, well, if we don't want to leave them here to make a heroic suicidal last stand, we can bring them with us.
Yeah, we start. I'll at least start the going towards the path to the hill.
Same.
And as I'm like passing houses and stuff, if I see any signs that people are still inside, I will start shouting. The village, the walls are lost. We need to retreat up to the Abbey. If you want to survive, if you want to live, retreat to the Abbey. Bring everyone you can, and just kind of shout that around as I'm passing houses.
Okay.
And Harmony will like kind of yell for Isaac and Victor and be, let's get that wagon moving, boys.
They seem perfectly happy to stage a retreat, given what's just happened here at the gate. You kind of can see Rictavio's muttering as he begins to kind of wheel the horse about to try to get the carriage going the other direction. And Vasily still seems to be just locked dead in Hail Mary, full of grace prayer on the bench next to him.
Hey, whatever it takes. All right, yeah, but Harmony will certainly lend her voice to yelling for people to try to, if there's any like actual groups of people that seem like either confused or unsure what to do, she'll try to spur them into retreating up to the Abbey, but she's not like wandering around the town with the gate about to fall any second now.
Sure. I mean, even heading through the little town square here beyond the gate, you don't get a lot of responses. Most of the people who were willing to listen to the rally and to the defense of the town have already left their homes. You don't see any lights in any windows. No one is drawing a beacon to where they are necessarily, but nobody comes like running out to follow as you're making your way at least through the square. How far your voice is reaching, of course, is perhaps questionable over the distant sounds of screams and battle happening on the far side of the village. As you're heading back up the hill here, I dare ask, what is your marching order?
I mean, Mina was planning on, like, as soon as she asked about the bell, we should not just be standing around here. So I won't say that I'm, like, way ahead of the party or anything, but if you want to help me first, I'll go first.
I'll probably be close second.
I would guess Harmony's with the wagon.
I'll probably take up the rear and expecting stuff to start following us here.
Winley wants to jog next to Harmony and have a very brief conversation as we're running.
Okay. And sorry, Winley and Harmony, you're ahead of the wagon or behind the wagon?
I would say slightly ahead, maybe.
Okay. Just noting as you kind of hit the mountain, the switchbacking trail up to the Abbey. Obviously, it's a pretty steep climb, so getting ahead is perhaps somewhat relative here.
Sure.
But Winley and Harmony, please chat away.
What's up, Biggin?
So Winley just wants to grab Harmony really quick and say, when you were Arena or looked like Arena, did the zombies seem to believe your?
Did anyone else? Hold on. Sorry, Caitlin, the audio went out for me.
Oh.
What the hell?
I think
I'm gonna have to
you.
leave and come back. Sorry.
Okay.
All right. Well, we'll just pause there for a second.
When you were disguised as Arena, did the zombies seem to believe your disguise? Getting at, could we maybe redirect them by disguising someone as Arena again and trying to pull the horde in two directions?
Harmony will think back to the. They didn't attack me, but they also hadn't been ordered to attack anyone at that point. So, to be honest with you, I don't know. I didn't speak to Strahd directly, but his major domo, our friend Rahayden, didn't seem overly concerned with Arena potentially dying in this attack. So I don't really have any. I don't have much hope that Arena, either fake or real, would divert much attention.
Okay.
I don't know, but that was my impression. That they've sort of lost patience with whatever game they're playing.
Okay.
Heading up the mountain trail, you find yourselves ascending kind of the first switchback, and as you begin to gain elevation over the village, you can see that there literally it looks like a wave of ants is just coming over the northern walls. Just dozens and dozens of these undead that you battled at the gate are now just kind of pouring over that side, and the screaming in the village is not necessarily subsiding. That said, as you kind of round the first switchback and begin to kind of make your ascent with about 100 foot of cliff below you and kind of 100 feet above to the next switchback, you've almost reached the second end of the second switchback when, Mina, ahead of you see the figure of a slender man standing on the path ahead of you.
Oh, it's our good friend the Abbot, isn't it?
Or just straight up Slender Man.
Either way. What a twist.
Okay, well,
So a slender man. Do they look familiar at all? Like, do I recognize this person?
In the darkness here, it is hard to see. But he kind of seems to have been waiting for you on the path, and as you kind of are rounding the bend here, begins to walk down towards you. As he kind of reaches the light of Ash's light spell, and Maine, I believe you had dark vision cast as well.
I'll have to double check my notes, but I think so. Yeah.
But as you approach, you vaguely recognize him as one of the vampires you met at Castle Ravenloft, albeit the one who is perhaps more ambivalent or apathetic to your presence in the castle.
The pretty boy guy.
That guy in the
Correct.
lounge.
Correct.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. I'm gonna tell him to halt, and Mina kind of gestures back to the party behind her. There's some guy from Castle Ravenloft up ahead, but although I imagine you all see him pretty quickly as he comes around the corner.
Yeah, he's not making any attempt to like hide, skulk, or lurk. He seems to be essentially patiently waiting for your approach here. Ah, well, good evening. Apologies for making you make the trek here, but it seemed an appropriate place for us to perhaps have a chat.
It doesn't. Are we all here, or is it just her and? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you are as you are here on the field.
Just for my jogging of my memory, is this the one that we said we would help release him from his endless life if we could?
I think so. Oh,
Yeah,
go ahead.
that was him. You met him, and you met one of Strahd's quote-unquote bride/consorts, who was the one who lured you into the elevator trap.
Okay, I thought it was this guy. Just wanted to confirm.
Mina just wants to say, actually, now is not really the best time. But then, yeah, Harmony, you can.
Well, yeah, that's what Harmony was going to say anyway. So she'll just like gesture behind them dramatically.
But yeah, what's up?
Well, that's the thing here, and deepest apologies. He holds up his hands. I know we had such a lovely chat last time. Unfortunately, I am the bearer of I guess bad news. Perhaps just an amicable suggestion. But well, simply put, Lord Strahd, and he kind of gives a very sweeping gesture to everyone as he says this. Really simply wants the Lady Arena, and for lack of a better term, I don't know that all this, and he kind of gestures down to the screams happening from the village below, is worth it to some extent, and I am here to suggest, in the spirit of parley and in friendship and good intentions, that you perhaps should just give her up.
We know enough about Strahd that if we give her up at this point, it will not change anything that's happening behind us. So why should we give her up?
Well, I can't speak for the Lord Strahd, but certainly, I think he might be more amicable. He's not here to kill everyone. Everyone just happens to be in the way. Yourselves included, if we're being honest. So again, I wish not to make any threats. I'm merely conveying the voice of my master, but I do suggest, kindly, that you perhaps consider trading one life for many.
Let's not mince words here, bloodsucker. You're saying you want Arena, or you're gonna fight us right now?
Such vulgar terms, but if one must... It would seem that could be the case.
Click. All right, I'm done talking.
Yeah, I think we've pretty strongly decided and made clear that we're not giving Arena up. So if this guy's going to get hostile, let's just get it
Did
over.
we ever actually ask Arena's opinion on the matter of like having hundreds of people potentially dying on her behalf?
No.
Like, I'm not encouraging us to sacrifice her to the vampires or anything, but
Well, she can
I
like.
know.
I feel like you've spoken up.
Yeah, right. She can hear this whole thing. Like
Well, she was unconscious when we were making the big decisions ahead of this battle.
Is she still
So-
I don't remember.
Yeah, but she was wakened and has been hiding in the back of the carriage for most of this.
I mean, check it. Somebody ask her. I don't know. Yeah, I guess.
Harmony seemed conflicted at this guy's phrasing. and we'll kind of like turn and like stick her head through the window of the carriage. Is Arena there?
Yeah, she's back there. You've not actually seen inside of Octavio's carriage. It seems to have many kind of boxes, odds and ends. There's a very large blanket draped over some things, kind of tucked up against the back behind the bench seat. It looks very much like many bardic and kind of travelers, carriages as Harmony's ever seen. An Arena is sort of tucked in, kind of arms wrapped around her knees here, kind of by the back door, and she sort of looks at Harmony fearfully as she opens the door.
Harmony will just kind of look at Arena and say, "Did you hear that?"
I did.
It occurs to me that perhaps we should be asking you what you want. I think it's clear at this point, and she kind of makes a indicative arm gesture, that none of us want to give you to Strahd. But you should have a say in the matter. I think we've all also demonstrated that we are happy to fight to keep you from him if necessary. But we've never really asked you what you want. So here's your chance.
She sort of kind of seems to shiver at the thought of it. I do not wish for these people to die, but he is a monster. There is no good that comes of giving him what he wants.
That's been our opinion this entire time. And if you don't want to... and again, Harmony will kind of like look out the carriage and say, like, it's not like we're getting any guarantee that he would stop killing people if we gave him...
He probably wouldn't.
You to him.
To be fair.
So, we all hate the guy. I just realized we had sort of been making a lot of decisions for you for a while, Arena, so...
You have protected me so far. I can only ask that you continue to do so.
Enough said.
Good enough.
Okay.
Fuck 'em.
Yep.
Winley will kind of huddle with the rest of the party and say something like, maybe we can make a different deal with Strahd. Right now we have this entire army as well as Strahd coming after us. What if we just challenge him to come fight us himself?
Well, why would he take that deal? What do we have to offer him?
Yeah, also, these troops are totally expendable. He doesn't care for
Well, if this guy that we're talking to is being honest, which of course we can't assume, but if Strahd wanted to kill all of these people, he would have done so at any point. He's only killing them to use them as a reason to get us to give up Arena. So if we challenge him, maybe his pride and ego will get him to accept.
Harmony will stick her head kind of out of the huddle and look at the vampire guy. I forget his name. I apologize.
Sure.
But we'll say, you once asked us you asked my friends who were alive at the time to free you from your eternal life. Am I remembering correctly?
I'm afraid that is not the conversation we're here to have.
I understand that.
Are you handing Lady Arena over or not?
Well, I have a question. In response to your question. Strahd, in the village of Barovia, told us to protect Lady Arena. Why is he suddenly now deciding he wants her? And what kept him from taking her then?
He kind of gives a bit of a shrug. I can only guess at the intentions of my master, but here I am.
Feel free to hazard a guess. You know him better than we do.
He gives a bit of a tepid smile. Lady Arena, are you going to let these fools die for you? At that sort of beckoning or intimation. Okay, sorry. I could only see Colin and he froze, and I was like, oh god, is it me? No, it's just Colin. Although now I'm going to wait for him to come back. There he is.
I don't know what happened. My internet is not cooperating. I heard the Lady Arena and then the "Are you going?" So I apologize.
The response to his question there is then punctuated by a surprising response from Vasily, who sort of stands up the bench seat. I'd rather die than see you take her.
Attaboy, Vasily.
Well then.
Vasily's a real goat.
Well then, If you wish, roll initiative.
That's fair.
It's only a matter of time.
Doesn't mean to pull the trigger on the word wish.
Hey, Doc, good opportunity to test out that Sunblade against a real
I
deal
was
vampire.
really hoping to hold that in reserve, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right. He wouldn't necessarily die, would he?
Well, because he'd go back and then tell Strahd that we have the sword.
Yeah. Okay, keep it hush-hush if you want.
But
Sorry, I
also,
didn't...
like, what does it change if Strahd knows we have it? It's the one.
Then he has a reason
Well,
to target us specifically.
Don't worry.
He already does. We're keeping Arena from him.
Oh, well,
I'm not expecting to have the arena at the end of this session. I'm just saying.
I'll unveil that we have that holy symbol because that's less of a blow if Strahd finds out we have it, and I can use sunlight and hold vampire with that.
I mean, yeah, the less we let Strahd know about our aces in the hole against him, the better, because then he can't prepare for them.
Winley will make it very clear that she disagrees with this line of thinking, but it's ultimately not her item and she can't do anything with it. But she's very much of the opinion, like, if Strahd has known about this weapon for however many hundreds of years that he's been alive, and it's still the one thing he's afraid of, he clearly has no way of destroying it or defeating it, or he wouldn't be afraid of it.
Well, we're also not actually having this conversation in character. I think this is more a player conversation.
Just talking about the Sunblade just in front of this guy.
Casually.
Just whispering like, hey, Doc, you gonna bust it out?
Dan, really quick. Has it been more than 10 minutes since the gate fight?
It's been about 5.
Okay, so I still have probably a couple of minutes on my thunder, my call lightning.
Yep.
That's a 10-minute. Okay.
With that, Harmony does have the initiative.
Okay. And Harmony will kind of like nod appreciatively and will kind of level her gaze at this guy and say, "What my friend said, get fucked, bloodsucker," and is gonna throw a vicious mockery at him.
All right. He is viciously mocked.
Wondrous. So he has disadvantage on his next attack roll. I know that we're a little... Harmony's basically going to move to... kind of position herself like... She's going to climb up on the wagon, if that's all right.
Sure. You do need
Just
to
in
make
case
an acrobatics or athletics check to do so.
Well, I know which one I prefer. The one I'm proficient in. Jesus Christ! Okay.
Harmony nimbly springs to the top of the wagon effortlessly.
I'm gonna be rolling like shit for the rest of the session, gang, so here we go. But yeah, she'll kind of like spring up there and just kind of like try to keep an eye on if he or any hidden in the shadows minions go for the wagon.
Okay. Mina.
Mina's gonna take a step forward and try to shoot this fucker right in the center mass. So here's the first one, and he hasn't gone yet, so
Yep.
little advantage. Does a 22 hit?
Sure does.
Okay, so 29 damage. It's good to be shooting some magic here. And then for the second shot, Mina's gonna pull out a particularly barbed-looking, wicked-looking bolt. This is that 4d6 poison bolt that you gave me a few sessions ago. I can't remember exactly where.
Yep.
Eat this, motherfucker. Now that I said that. Does a 20 hit?
It does.
Sweet. All right, I'm just going to throw an extra 3d6. And it is... 1... I don't know if this matters, but it is... Taking forever to roll.
There it goes.
Looks like 8 poison damage, and then everything else is regular damage.
All right.
And action bonus. I stepped forward. That feels like enough. That's it.
Very nice. All right, Lindley.
Winley will call down some lightning upon this fool.
This foolish fool.
Let's see if he can get out of the way here. He can, in fact, get out of the way, so half damage.
Yep. Then I'll shoot a radiant arrow at him
Wow.
for 14. And then, is there room on either side of the cart to kind of shimmy past?
You will have to climb over the cart. It pretty much covers the full thing. Or you can do an acrobatics to try to squeeze along the edge. But it's pretty darn tight.
Winley will roll a terrible, I'm sure, acrobatics to climb up Chestnut and get on top of the wagon.
Is your acrobatics higher than your athletics?
Speaking of which, Harmony, did you intend to move on top of the wagon?
Yes.
Does the wagon have a solid roof, I suppose I
Yes.
should ask?
Yes,
Okay.
it does.
Then, yeah, I'm gonna try acrobatics to climb up there.
Okay. You are able to clamber over with moderate difficulty, but just because it's a wagon, but you are able to do so. And Harmony, do you want to move on top of the wagon, or are you gonna stand in front still?
Sorry, I don't see it.
It's this big brown blob behind us?
Oh, I my apologies. I didn't. That was all blank. Oh, wow. My bad. That was all blank screen to me.
That happens.
Is there an option for layering to make the wagon bottom layer? Just curious, because they're both hidden underneath the wagon now.
It is bottom layer to me.
Winley and I are hiding.
Yeah, I'm on top of it in my view, but Harmony is not.
Now I can see both of you standing on top of each other.
Oh, okay. I'll take the northern half.
Cool.
Okay.
Alright, that's it for Winley.
Okay, easy enough. Escher essentially kind of stumbles back as two bolts bury them in himself, as well as being nearly struck by lightning and hit with the blast. He kind of holds his chest where the bolts are protruding for a moment, and kind of lets out a bit of a cough. Undignified, and then just poofs into mist and kind of begins to soar out to the east.
Yeah, bitch. That was it?
About that.
Harmony kind of looks after that's it? Okay, get the wagon moving again. That was a waste of everybody's time.
He's pretentious, but not that tough.
Everybody make a perception check.
Hey, you didn't even have to reveal our secret holy symbol and secret sunblade.
Goddamn, guys.
I'm very perceptive.
Woo.
We're all very
Everybody's very perceptive. It is about that time that you all realize that despite the sort of firelight coming from the village below, there are a number of silhouettes coming down the cliffside above the cart. And when I say coming down, I mean literally running down the side of the cliff towards all of you.
Oh no!
And with that, it is Ash's turn.
All right, Ash, you can get the holy symbol out.
Well, do we think it's time for turn undead, or do you think it's just sunlight? That's my questions. I'm gonna try sunlight. Let's see. This is extend 5 charges.
How many charges you got?
10.
Okay.
So 5 charges, 30-foot radius dim light, 30-foot additional light, and it lasts for 10 minutes. So I'm gonna hold the holy symbol up high and just shine some sunlight at these motherfuckers.
All right. They are a little bit higher than that, but the symbol blazes with the holy light of Ravenkind.
And it doesn't say if it's an action or a bonus action for that. Or can we assume it's a bonus action, or would you want it to be an action?
It is an action to use.
It is
a
an
magic
action.
item.
Okay.
Yep.
It is. I do have it noted there. I missed it. Okay, cool. And then let's see how far is 30 feet on this map here? I just want to kind of position myself a little bit better. Yeah, I'm going to get closer to the cart so I can kind of cover the whole cart.
Sure.
Can I stand kind of up against the cliff here?
I mean, that is sort of against the cliff where you're standing.
So right here is no go. Okay.
Yeah, correct.
That's kind of what I thought. Let's see. The cart looks pretty full of people, so I probably don't want to get on it. But then again, being up high would be advantageous. I could get up here if I could do the, what is it, athletics?
Athletics or acrobatics?
All right, I'm going to try and get up on the top of the cart so the sunlight can be more dispersed. Ooh, 10 good enough? 11 good enough?
You begin clambering up, but you have not gotten to the top yet.
Okay, I'll just leave my token here for now.
Okay.
And that'll be me.
All right. Answering the question in the chat, the G becomes apparent as a half dozen gargoyles come swooping out of you from the darkness.
Motherfucker, where the hell did you have these guys?
The south, apparently.
I appreciate it, Mina.
Yeah, you gotta stay positive. We got this. At least we're fighting some cool gargoyles.
All right. The one attacking you, Doc, one of them slashes against your armor for 3. The one attacking Victor bites him, and he kind of lets out a scream of pain as they sort of pile in here on the sides. Harmony, you are attacked and take 8 as one of them kind of snaps at you. Vasily here is grabbed by the one next to him.
Not Vasily.
And he was never seen again.
Ash, you have been clawed for 3. And then Mina, you are clawed for 3 and bitten for 5 by this one that's come down by you. With that, Rictavio, seeing Vasily is under attack and noticing the threats coming from on high, begins to sort of kind of try to clamber his way over the cart here, and ends up by the back, kind of the back hatch of it, kind of forcing his way past Harmony and Windley here. And with that, then it is Victor's turn. Victor turns his hand towards the 2 gargoyles here in front of him, and kind of whispers a word of magic, and a enormous blast of cold air and ice blows out from his hand at these 2. Who then makes some saves. And fail those saves. They are very ice encrusted at the blast of this cone of cold. And with that, it is Doc's turn.
Yeah, I will shift forward to have an attack on these 2, and punch on the left one. Miss, I take it at that?
That is going to be a miss.
Yep. Well, I'll still switch to the other one to my south. My 19, I hope, hits.
That does hit. And that one seems quite staggered by the blow, but is still clinging onto this cliff.
Yep. Okay.
All right.
And that's me.
All right. Arena's huddling in the back. Distantly, some of those of you looking back up the path here might notice some shapes making their way towards you from behind. Doc perhaps would have noticed had he not just gotten into the melee. But you see a band of pale and white-haired warrior-looking folks running up the trail towards you all.
Do we recognize them?
You've not seen these before, albeit they look like, I'm going to say, White Walkers in armor. That's probably the easiest description.
Love that.
Yep. With that, Isaac moves to greet them here and charges past the gargoyle here with Doc.
Leroy some Jenkins there. Okay, cool.
He's trying. He's giving it a shot here. And in doing so, unfortunately, he proves himself not terribly capable of hitting them. But with that, it is then Harmony's turn.
Wondrous.
At the top of the order.
Spectacular. Okay. Well, Harmony doesn't like her spot on top of the wagon anymore. And she does still have a use of Misty Step, Andy. So she is momentarily considering where she wants to move to. She is going to essentially kind of like grimace her teeth in pain from the slashing of the wagons and mutter some sort of infernal fuck this under her breath and Misty Step down to, I should move myself, down to here. That's within 30 feet. And then she is going to, as she kind of materializes next to Victor, place the pipes of haunting to her lips once again and start playing another, which I believe is her last charge on these, but it seems appropriate. So let me remember what these bad boys do. Every creature within... Oh, yeah, that's the one. Within 30 feet of me must succeed on a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw or become frightened of me for 1 minute.
But friendlies do not have to do so.
Yes, I'm designated everyone on Team Arena or Team Chestnut or whatever we're calling ourselves to not have to make the save against the pipes.
Alright, so it's going to be 30 feet. Let me do a quick measure here. Okay. Alright. And now we do some rolls. Oof, gargoyles do not like pipes, let me tell you.
No indictment on Harmony's playing, I'm sure.
None at all. Nor did the undead coming from behind. Goodness, that was actually remarkably effective. And is there anything else Harmony's doing as I mark these mini foes?
That was a bonus and a regular. So for her move action, can she get in the wagon?
Well, currently, I'll say she can certainly open it. It seems like Rictavio is attempting to open it at the moment.
Okay. Harmony will... I mean, yeah, she's gonna try to get inside the wagon to, like, you know, have a layer of protection in there from the vulnerable NPCs.
Okay. And then with
That'll be her move action.
Okay, easy enough. Throwing open the back here, you still see Arena sort of crouched there, and Rictavio kind of gives Harmony an appreciative nod. With that, it is Mina.
Mina isn't terribly intimidated by this gargoyle after those little swipes, but it's still right in front of her, so she's gonna shoot it in the fucking head if she can. It's not a fiend or an undead right now, I know
Nope.
that already.
It is not.
Still sharpshooting. Oof. Yeah.
Little too close for comfort, unfortunately.
You know, you'd think that, like, putting it directly up against its head and pulling the trigger, you couldn't possibly miss, but...
You know, they're made of stone. It just sort of bounces off.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, bonus action shot. Let's go.
Oof.
All right, well, it's the way it is. And I was hoping to move under the assumption this thing would be dead, but since it's still snarling at me, I will quickly see if there's anything else I want to do. And nope, that's it. Sorry, team. Trying to get back down to you. That's it for me.
Okay. With that, Winley.
I'm gonna start with my bonus action archer attack on the far right of these ugly fuckers coming down the mountain at me.
That is a hit.
Image.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna use my action to actually change my wild shape from the archer to the dragon.
Okay.
That's it.
Easy enough. They do not like the beacon of sunshine below them and seem to begin sort of deviating their movements, kind of trying to move away here. And I'm just going to do myself a quick measure.
I
And
want
then
to give myself a radius.
I gave you a radius.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Which actually I should probably give you some better illumination because of said radius. Let me slap that on there as well. But that's how they run to the side and have made their way all the way to the bottom of the cliff here at the end of their movement. And then with that, it is Ash's turn.
I'm going to make that climb check again here.
Okay. All right, you are able to clamber, albeit awkwardly, around Chestnut and onto the bench.
Perfect. Yeah, as long as I'm up high where kind of my sunlight can reach all the way around the wagon, that's kind of what I really wanted. And then, let's see here. So was my climb an action, or can I still use an action?
Nope, you can still use an action.
All right, I'm going to use Sacred Flame on the gargoyle that's in between me and Mina.
Okay. He will make his sad attempt at a dex save and fail, and he is engulfed in the holy fire of Bahamut.
Awesome. And
That's it?
yep, that's me.
All right, the gargoyles continue their assault. Ash, you having sort of fled away here, this one continues its chase upon you. Actually, no, sorry, it doesn't, because it is frightened. I have neglected the fear effect here, so it is actually going to haul balls, as they say.
That only counts as one harmony.
And Doc, you get a attack of opportunity on two of these, actually.
Well,
Oh,
one.
one.
Since it's
One.
reaction.
So
Yeah.
do you want
The,
on the southern one or the western one?
the one that I hit on my turn.
Southern one.
Yeah.
All right, you just smash its skull into rocky bits as it attempts to flee you.
As a
This one flees down this way. And then these ones are attempting to flee, and Isaac will take his swing. And continue to fail. Isaac's really sucking.
look, he was really built up as this big badass, and I mean, he's just not showing up here. And it's really unfortunate.
Apparently the zombie warrior horde here is just made of sterner stuff than Isaac. And then with that, I think it's only the one on Mina that's still actually in the fight at the moment before I make new saves. Mina, you take 6 from a bite and 7 from claw slashes. This one is just kind of laying into you as best it can, it would seem. And then that said, a whole new round of saves. And one of them is not scared anymore. But just the one. And then of these dudes... all of them are still afraid of you. All right. And then with that, Rictavio kind of seems to clamber into the back here. It seems perhaps a somewhat odd activity he's undergoing as he seems to be digging through the various boxes, kind of muttering and cursing to himself back there. Harmony, you're really the only person in a position to actually kind of be paying attention to what he's doing. But he pulls back one of the large blankets, and you realize that tucked into the back of the cart here, behind all the various accoutrements, is a cage. Without a word, he pulls the bar to the cage, and a Hugo, what the fuck, man? He pulls back the bars to the cage, and you see a very large shape kind of lumbering its way out there and pushing itself past him. A moment later, you all see a very large and very armored, essentially, saber-toothed tiger pop out.
Was this the same saber-toothed tiger we saw before? Or am I imagining that we saw one before?
It looks familiar.
Van Richten had one with him,
I was
didn't
about
he?
to say, didn't Van Richten have one? Yeah.
He sure did.
Neat.
Van Richten, Rictavio.
Oh my god!
Van Rictavio!
Was that an anagram? Shit.
With that, it does kind of charge out here and lets out a very loud and guttural roar in the direction of these various vampire spawn who've come down the cliff. And that said, then Victor comes up here and points his hand to the direction of the vampire that Winley had lit up with holy fire, and shoots a flaming bolt at it, which misses, unfortunately. And with that, it is Doc's turn.
All right, so to clarify, the vampires here are now ground level, so I can punch them. And
Yeah, they're pretty much kind of coming off the cliff from that particular position as they run down the side here.
All right, well, I will come on over here and punch the one that's already been lit up for us. Was that a guiding bolt? I lost track.
No, it was not. It
No.
was
With an archer arrow.
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay, so one due north, punchy punch.
And
15
that
hit.
is gonna be a hit.
Sweet. One on the left as well.
Okay. That is a miss.
Okay, we found their AC, guys.
Anything else from Doc?
Nope, that'll be it.
All right. Irina has kind of crushed herself into the side here, trying to avoid yonder tiger as it charged out. But that said, she sort of kind of wheels to kind of face the back here and is holding up her rapier, but seems to be mostly trying to just be in a defensive position in the back of the cart. That said, the warriors begin to, or at least the two that weren't afraid, push in here to attack Isaac. For whom he does take one slash from one of them, and then the rest all the way in the back here try to decide whether they're going to be scared or not. You are not helping, buddy.
He's the best helper.
They are all still very scared of you. And then with that, Isaac comes up for his rebuttal. And proves himself much more effective this time as he buries his axe in this thing once, and then a second time, and literally cuts the damn thing in half.
Fuck yeah. There we go.
About time, Isaac.
Unfortunately, the recording cut out here, and we lost the audio for the remainder of the fight, which is quite unfortunate because some serious events happened, including that Vasily was grabbed by a gargoyle, pulled out over the cliff's edge, and dropped several hundred feet to the village below, presumably killing him. Notably, as well, Doc, who had the ability to cast Featherfall's reaction, did not do so, suffering from a form of insanity from the Amber Temple, making him apathetic to the lives of others. That said, we pick back up at the top of the road leading into the Abbey. The party then gathered at the top of the Abbey Pass, where they managed to discuss the conditions and their situation in the village. They sent down a homunculus to investigate whether Vasily might still be alive, but did not discover his body. They then entreated the abbot to attempt to parley with Strahd and sent the abbot away to do so. However, as the party kind of continued their discussion of how they might set up their defenses, what their next course of action might be, the abbot returned, informing them that the Strahd that they could see out on the fields outside of Krezk, atop a flaming nightmare named Bucephalus, was actually not real, and in fact was an illusion. They were then rewarded with this revelation by a cruel laugh from Strahd, and they pick up back in battle with Strahd. We have found ourselves outside of the Abbey, having fought our way back up the hill, having lost Vasily along the way, and now having gathered up here, have been informed by the abbot that yonder Strahd that we could see out in the distance is not actually Strahd and is an illusion. Only to be rewarded for that revelation by the voice of Strahd presently here in your ears.
Did he remove his invisibility cloak or just dramatically start talking?
Just dramatically started talking. You do not see Strahd presently.
Can we get put on a map?
I suppose I can put you on a map.
Appreciate that.
They're gonna try to fight.
I have 2 spells left, so...
Are they good ones?
I have 1 4th level spell.
Great.
And 1 1st level spell.
Plenty.
Why would I need more than that to defeat Strahd?
Yeah, sounds like we're totally set.
Yeah, let's jump it.
It'll be fine, guys. It'll be fine.
Is the town, like, It's like nighttime,
So very
right?
It is nighttime.
And like, so my mental image of this is like, night, cold, and like the flickering flames of the burning town. I don't know if the town's actually on fire, but that's what I was
In your mind
picturing.
it is, and that's all that matters.
The dramatic lighting.
It could be on fire, but we can't see it from inside the walls of the
Oh, that's right.
elevator,
We're
so,
inside the walls.
you know,
What does Winley see from the gate?
the town is not on fire.
The town is not on fire.
It's more of a metaphor.
Harmony's like, hang on, I gotta take care of something real quick.
Didn't he already sort of imply that like they're waiting outside of like the houses of the townspeople?
Yeah,
Like,
that last we saw
just,
anyway. I
did we
think
just
that was
make
it.
that up? I thought
That's
maybe-
sort of what the abbot said, if I remember correctly, is that they're sort of just...
They're just standing there, menacingly.
Totally normal.
As undead are wont to do.
Hey.
Oh yeah, Vasily died.
Yep.
Doc
Well, Harmony,
chose
you wanted
to let him...
I didn't see it.
Doc assessed the situation and was like,
Fuck that guy.
that guy's not worth a first level spell slot.
Look, when you've only got 4 of them, and Strahd is still unaccounted for, that feels like a reasonable
Well, at
decision.
the time we thought he was accounted for.
Strahd having not yet joined the fray, regardless of what form that actually takes.
Okay, well, it looks like I'm outside with people. If I hear the voice, I'm setting myself defensively and probably drawing my sword.
Okay. Where does the voice... Can you ping on the map where the voice is?
No, it is
Everywhere?
Omnipresent?
Quite
like
quite
in your
omnipresent,
head.
but sort of in the same way that if somebody's talked within like 10 feet of you, you wouldn't really be able to be like, it's from over there. You just like, I hear this voice very clearly.
Like Voldemort style. The
Yeah.
Battle of Hogwarts.
Nah, it's not. It's not in your head or anything. It's just you know, he is wherever the voice is coming from, whether it's magical or real, it is very close.
Yeah.
Love that for us.
Is it like whispering in our ears?
Nope.
Does it sound equally loud to all of us? Because
Yes.
I know I'm the only one at the gate. So.
Everyone's
He's not going to let us triangulate where Strahd is.
Where-
I mean, Winley hears the voice coming from back towards the group.
Okay.
Where do I aim?
I just put my back against the wall.
Well, he's-
I'm not going to say anything. I'm not taking lead on this.
Okay.
I mean, Harmony.
Yeah, fine. Okay.
What exactly did he say?
Well, it was something. I think we were. Sorry, not to interrupt you, Dad. My recollection was that we were like, you know, the abbot came back, revealed Bucephalus was an illusion, so he wasn't actually able to talk to Strahd, and so we started discussing like, well, if he's not actually here, maybe we could make some sort of escape. And then he said some shitty, smarmy thing like, "Who said I wasn't actually here?" If my recollection is
more or less the long and
correct.
short of it, if memory serves. Yeah.
I couldn't remember exactly what he had said.
Okay, yeah,
Some
I mean,
fucking bullshit.
Harmony probably like, kind of, you know, I mean, everyone presumably his like head goes on a swivel unless somebody was expecting us. And
Oh god, no.
Winley definitely turns around quickly.
And Harmony probably like unconsciously moves towards Arena, like to try to put herself between Arena and the disembodied voice. And
Yeah, where is Arena at this point?
She's
she's up here.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I will actually. That's a good point. I'm going to move towards Arena, and I'm going to set myself on her opposite side because I can see that what's his butt is there as well on the other side.
The saber-toothed tiger lets out a low and guttural growl, kind of in the group's direction.
Harmony will kind of like, you know, be scanning, obviously just kind of like scanning around, and she'll just sort of hesitantly wet her lips and raise her voice and say, "Well, if you're here, you might as well show yourself, my lord."
Might he?
You hear kind of a low chuckle from the darkness surrounding you. But why give you the privilege of my visage? Why introduce myself when I am already known?
You know, I like to look a guy in the eyes before he brutally murders me and my friends. Seems like a courtesy you could afford us.
This is a courtesy I could extend, but I will offer you one better. A choice of a lifetime, one might say. Irina, come with me, and your friends may yet live. By the grace of your mercy and kindness.
Harmony sort of like and again, it's probably like looking around trying to find the direct source of the voice throughout this, but she's going to kind of speak up and say, so that's it, is it? Irina comes with you, or you kill us all. Is that your offer?
I will also, before like Strahd responds or anything, kind of just over my shoulder, because I have my like back to Irina and just kind of like swiveling left or right, and I'll just over my shoulder be like, you do not need to go with him. If that is your choice, you do not need to. And I just want to remind the group also that part of the conversation while the abbot was on his, trek back and forth between the thing was Mina's character telling Harmony, like, you could give yourself up. That is an option.
Yes, and she rolled a nat 20 on that persuasion check.
I wanted to put that out there.
Mina's just kind of like nodding slowly.
Yeah. So that was on the table to begin with before Strahd even revealed himself. But that's what Ash will do. Ash will look over his shoulder and says, it is your choice. You do not need to go with him if you do not want to.
Doc, what are you up to?
Probably the same with the defensive stance and everything. He's not a talker and just, in this situation anyway.
And with me?
I'm standing on the gate still.
Okay.
I'm kind of occasionally looking over to make sure nothing is like coming up the road behind.
Okay.
But
make a perception check with me.
Oh, good.
For the rest of you here, Strahd seems to kind of take great amusement at the summation of events. But correct me if I'm wrong, Harmony. If I were to try to take her, you would not simply let her go, no.
Harmony kind of looks back at Ash and Irina and kind of studies Irina's face for a moment. How's she looking?
She is pale and moderately trembling here. Very much as kind of Ash is kind of looking around, doing kind of the same, trying to see where the voice is coming from.
Harmony sort of like looks at her and then kind of resumes her scanning for the voice and says, well, that's sort of, that would be more up to her than any of us. She's a grown woman. She can make her own decisions. But I admit that this ultimatum has me curious, Lord, if you would indulge me. She's just sort of like
giving him an opportunity to snark before
continuing.
Yeah,
sure.
Harmony, your wit is a dull knife. And frankly, your tongue is just as sharp.
Damn, fighting words.
She seems to take that blow to the ego, and there's like some calculation going on her face as she like is still like whipping around scanning. She's like, even so, Lord Strahd, a wit as dull as mine can still notice that this doesn't quite add up, does it? There's some irregularities in your approach here that have me... things aren't connecting. So before you either murder us all or take your prize, or both, perhaps you would be willing to answer a question or two for me, just so I can make sense of all of this.
Pardon me, I think the time for these games are up, are they not? But perhaps your friends will have more common sense than you. After all, Mina, you are, of course, afraid of losing the little you have left. I suppose you would give your life for many others, but I'm curious. Would you do the same for Kelvani, hiding amongst your friends?
I think I've made my feelings pretty clear to Irina, that it is her choice at this point. Would I do the same in the same situation? I don't know, because I've not been thrust into a situation like this. But if you are somehow implying that I am in the same situation, because of course you are the Lord, referring to him like, again, because I know he's kind of not in any one place right now. So yeah, Mina's like looking around as she's saying this too. You are, the Lord of these lands. So if you are threatening Kelvani, then sure, I can answer you truly that I would give my life to save hers. But in this situation, this is not my choice. But I've already told Irina what I think about the decision she has to make. I think I've made my feelings clear. But I respect the thoughts of my fellow party members as well, that Irina is a friend of ours, has become a friend of ours at this point, so we will protect her if need be, if that is her choice.
Are you guys talking loud enough that Winley can hear this conversation? I know I'm like 60 feet away, so you'd be...
I'm not talking softly, then probably, yeah, since he is somewhere, like, unknown, probably, like, speaking fairly loud to, like, project, but, yeah, 60 feet away, that's pretty far. I don't know.
Okay. You guys hear Winley, I don't know, whistle or something to get your attention, and she'll just kind of yell over, you know, we've got company.
I'll head over since I'm not contributing a whole lot to the conversation.
But Mina, tell me this then. Would you not simply see it as an opportunity to convince your friends to see the same as you?
I've made my case to them, and if you've been listening and observing us as long as you'd like to make it seem you have, then you should know that I've appealed to my friends about this. I'm not going to. If what you're trying to suggest is that I should somehow force a decision on Irina, I don't feel that. I must say, Lord Strahd, I disagree. I'll put it that respectfully. But I mean, I hear. Yes, you're all-knowing, and you are correct. I do think that Irina should go with you. And again, I've made those feelings clear. But yeah, at this point, I'm just repeating myself, Strahd. We're gonna fight you if that's what Irina asks us to do on her behalf.
Ah, I see. Well then, Irina, what shall it be?
Harmony cuts in at this point before Irina can speak and just says, I think you might be bluffing. And I think maybe I'm wrong, but maybe I'm not. Because let's look at the events that have preceded this. In the village of Barovia, when we first met, you intervened when we were fighting a horde of undead and made sure we survived. You trapped Irina's brother in the village and sent her off with us. You could have taken her then. You didn't. When I was killed in Valaki, you could have taken her then. Instead, you invited the party to your castle and gave them means, difficult or otherwise, by which to resurrect me. You didn't have to, but you did. At Yester Hill, when you felled us, your fangs were in my neck. You could have made certain, I was dead. But you didn't. You gave us a chance to survive. And even here, now, you could have walked into this village at any time, into this abbey, if you knew where she was, and taken her. And you didn't. You tried to threaten us to hand her over with the lives of the villagers, with your army. Why go through all this trouble when you could have taken her at any time? Instead, you've ensured our survival to an extent and kept us available for her company. Which makes me think you need us, Strahd. Which makes me think that for some reason, however long you've been trying to have her and have not gotten her, you need us somehow to give her to you.
Yeah.
What she said.
Harmony, you say that I am bluffing, but I think it is you, perhaps, who have overplayed your hand. Still, if you will not give her the decision, then I can certainly punish you for your own.
I mean, she can have the decision.
I'm giving her the decision. It seems to me...
He said, continuing to act like she was right there.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, and Harmony will look at Arena like, I'm giving you the decision, and it's certainly possible I'm wrong. But I know a con or two when I see one, and this doesn't, his actions don't necessarily ring... He might be bluffing. It's certainly possible. Or maybe he'll kill us. Who's to say? But...
Know that you're not alone.
Is that to Arena? Or
Yeah, no, I said that over my shoulder to Arena.
Well then, Arena, until such time you make your decision, please allow me to relieve you of your companions. Initiative rolls.
Well, damn. I was gonna do something with our whispered conversation, but hearing that this conversation is not going great, Winley will also yell that there's a pack of wolves coming up the road.
Was it really necessary for Strahd to roll a nat 20 on his initiative?
Yes. Fuck you.
Seems.
Just stay next to Arena. He can't use any crowd-based attacks.
Yeah,
he
won't
can't
use
fireballs.
I mean, Winley and I are still over by the gate clumped up, so that might be a problem.
Someone should make a persuasion roll to the abbot one more time. Just be like, are you sure you don't want to help out?
Going in
wink,
on this?
Wink, nudge, nudge.
It would be nice if we had a Celestial right about now.
A Celestial whose god opposes vampires.
Yeah, I thought he wanted to talk to Strahd. Where's he been this whole time?
He's standing right there. He's just an
chilling.
asshole.
Right.
He's just chilling.
I love Celestials that refuse to talk to their gods to get clarification on their exact thing. They're like, no, I got told one thing.
It's inevitable, Tom.
I'm going to just assume that I know exactly what my god wants and then follow blindly and not ask questions.
I mean, that's also assuming he can even talk to his god in a hell pocket dimension.
That's true. I've urged him a couple times to talk to his god, and he's just blowing me off. So,
Ash God-splained the morning.
and I can talk to my god, so I can only assume that he can talk to his, unless Strahd take steps to make sure he couldn't. I don't know.
All right. We open up here in a moment of sudden tension.
We're in
as,
danger.
Mina has the initiative.
So what? Okay, so like he said something threatening, and that was the initiative, or did we see something?
Yeah, no, he simply said, allow me to relieve you of your companions.
Spray and pray, Mina. Spray and pray.
Yeah, I guess Pack of Wolves is intriguing to Mina, and certainly more of an actual target than.
I mean, that's over by where Winley and I are at.
Yeah,
I feel like
company.
the more interesting fight's going to be centered around Arena over there.
Well, I mean,
there's nobody to hit.
Yeah, I suppose.
There will be. It'll come up, I'm sure.
Mina's like, why am I the one being thrust into the position of like bodyguarding Arena? Right
You
now?
aren't.
You aren't. Arena is surrounded right now.
You could act.
What?
You don't have to act. It's not.
She's surrounded on one side by Isaac.
And me on the other side, and Harmony right next to her as well. I mean, she's not totally surrounded, but she has people immediately. Or is that not Harmony? No, that's not Harmony. It's you.
Yeah, that's me. But that's okay. Yeah, no message.
I mean, yeah. Again, nothing's happened beyond Strahd saying very obvious pre-fight dialogue. But it's not like Mina knows we're in initiative.
Like he said, relieve you of your companions, and then the boss music started. I don't know, man.
Yeah. So since Ash definitely seems like she is going to stick by Arena, I don't feel bad leaving Arena's side. I'll leave her slightly less defended so that I can get over 30. That's one move, and then...
I will defend Arena. Walks away from Arena.
I would die for Riley.
What did I just say?
It's fine.
Well, first of all, we also just don't know where Strahd is. So again, Mina's just trying to get a beat on whatever she can get a beat on.
These are ranged fighters, guys. He needs space.
Don't you fret. I can still shoot stuff like way over here if I need to. So, but that was double move. So I'm good.
Okay. The next step is going to be Harmony.
Well, Harmony obviously doesn't like the sound of whatever Strahd said. She's still clinging to a faint hope that he might be bluffing, but she'll probably be availed of that when the HP damage starts flying. But she kind of absent an obvious target, she'll kind of look over at the abbot and say, hey, you said you wanted to speak to Strahd. That'd be a great time. And she is going to... Well, I mean, nobody to really hit. So she is going to... Not for reasons of cowardice, of course. Move over to adjacent to Arena to potentially disincentivize any area of effect spells. And just will kind of like sidle up next to her. And I'll kind of like... just kind of keep an eye on her, like... she'll kind of like look over at her, just assessing where she's at, but that'll be Harmony's turn. Absent. Yeah, I don't think she has any bardic inspiration to throw around anymore anyways.
Okay. The abbot sort of looks at Harmony, maybe with a moment of curiosity, but then sort of looks out into the darkness. My Lord Strahd, surely it need not come to this.
Oh, this'll work.
That's all he says.
Oh, I'm feeling good about this.
Fuck that guy.
Van Richten seems to take a very different tack to this, and literally without a word just begins to run back towards the gate towards the abbey here.
Van Richten disagrees and loads his crossbow with malicious intent.
No, Van Richten hauls balls away back through the gate into the abbey courtyard.
Bitch.
He's also a long-range character. He needs room to work his
Ash believes in everyone's.
Definitely.
Winley, you can see the wolves charging up the path on the last leg here.
Winley's gonna try something that's definitely not gonna work, but I'm gonna cast guidance on myself, and then I'm gonna yell at the wolves something along the lines of, "If you want to live, turn back," because they can understand me, and
Okay.
I get my +4 from guidance, and I get to take this with advantage because of my speech of beast and
Now, are
belief.
these wolves or are these werewolves?
He
Or
said
is
they were
it
wolves.
Nondescript.
Well, can we tell from a distance?
I would assume
Like-
you could tell the difference between a werewolf and a wolf.
He told
I
me
don't know.
based upon the private chat he sent that I can clearly see it's a pack of wolves.
Okay.
But it could be.
I was just trying to think of what
Oof.
other times
But
we've
actually,
ever run
handle
into
animal
wolves,
check.
and the only thing that comes to mind is either Sunny or
There is
Animal handling.
Okay, well then I don't get advantage, but that's fine
Well,
because it's charisma based.
probably still better.
Horrendous.
Double digits.
I mean, it went better than your original.
13.
Technically speaking,
terrible, I
a
said.
worse roll, but a better result.
And are you doing anything else?
No, I mean guidance was my action. So.
I'm also concerned that with Van Richten running away, he's demonstrating how he became an old vampire hunter.
I don't think
By
he
not
ever said
actually
hunt.
By
hunting
running the fuck
vampires.
away!
I mean, he told us he told you guys.
I
for
mean,
a
there's
while.
no escape inside the abbey, so
Doc.
That we-
Of course, right as soon as I. So can I actually like get a? I don't actually see any figures here. Does that mean I don't actually see him yet?
No, you can see them running up the path down. Assuming you poked your head out of the gate, you could see them coming up the path. They are literally right outside the gate.
The gate's shut, right?
I mean, yeah, but
And are we worried about wolves getting through a gate?
They're Strahd wolves. I don't know, man.
Maybe they're not.
I'm gonna ready action to
Maybe they're good
Ray of
wolves.
Frost, the first one I actually see through the gate here.
Okay. The tiger kind of continues to growl and more deeply, but seeing Van Richten running away, begins to make its way around the group here.
Yeah.
All right.
Van Richten didn't say anything, right?
No, he literally as soon as this started kicked off, turned around and hauled balls back to the gate of the
I
abbey.
can respect it.
I'm sure it's fine.
For those of you in the group, you realize that a sort of black mist is pooling in the kind of at the ground around your feet.
Okay.
I don't like that. Is it concentrated or is it like filling the entire courtyard?
It's like flowing across the courtyard towards you.
It's fine.
Maybe we should back up away from it.
Maybe.
Victor kind of seems to kind of pause for a moment, taking stock of the situation, and then casts a spell, and you kind of see a faint shimmer of magical armor over kind of flow over him.
That'll do it.
Arena kind of sets herself defensively and draws her rapier, albeit you can tell she's still trembling. And for those of you at the gate, the wolves are upon the gate, so you can get your shot off here.
Yep.
Don't shoot Sonny.
Man, a 13 wasn't a high
Wait,
enough
one of them
roll
Sunny?
for them to run away.
I was just hoping. I was being
Shocking.
I was being optimistic.
No. Wow, that's a lot of wolves.
It's little wolves.
But it's Sunny, right?
Yeah, Sunny's leading
I
them.
see
right?
at least 9 wolves.
Right.
Sunny did
none
actually
of
get
them are
returned, and he's on his way to
Yeah.
help
Bummer, dude.
with
Yeah.
reinforcements.
Right?
You shoot feebly off into the darkness as a pack of
We
wolves
let them in and they'll kill
slams
Strahd.
up against the gate, snapping and snarling. The gate being just kind of iron bars, the chain shakes as they bash up against it. Isaac sets himself with his axe and kind of holds it out, kind of ready for the impending assault here. Ash.
I'm just going to hold action until I have a better target. Maybe just hold an attack if something comes in range.
Okay. Well then back up to Mina here.
So Strahd didn't do anything on his turn? No, like
there's
we-
weird
he did
there's
the
weird
black
mist.
cloud.
No, well, yeah,
Yes,
nothing that
yeah.
we could see where it came from.
It didn't have an obvious source, did it?
No, but there's a
Yeah,
thick
okay.
black mist pouring across the courtyard ground before you.
Love that.
Is there like anywhere not touched by this black mist, like, or is it just like everywhere in the courtyard?
Something.
No, it's maybe 10 or 15 feet wide, kind of coming across the ground toward you.
Looking for displacement from invisibility.
Like, is it like over here? Sorry.
No, it's like at your feet. You are all standing
at
in
my
it.
feet. Okay,
in this
gotcha,
group.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, I was speaking hopefully when I said is it over here, so that makes more sense though that it would be the shittiest possible option. So in that case, let's. I don't want to be standing in creepy, gross mist. So if I go back. Well, is it Doc and Winley are like in it as well?
No, everybody who's in the group with Arena here is standing in it.
Oh, I understand. That's my mistake. Okay, because so I'm over here. I'm gonna walk up and kind of like what Winley did, and since they're still on the other side of this gate, Mina is also gonna try to make an animal handling check. Just do they look like these? Look like just wolves?
They look like wolves, albeit snapping, snarling, want to rip your face off.
Yeah.
Wolves.
Okay, well, I mean, at least once before we start shooting them in the face, even though I know Doc already tried, Mina will at least try once to just, like, reach out, not through the bars of the gates, obviously, but just kind of reaching out placatingly, calm down. I don't have the same speaking to animals that Winley does, but I can pull up the rules if I need to. They can, like, understand my intent, and I can communicate them with them in, like, a basic way. So, and I also am proficient in animal handling, so I'll go ahead and, like I said, give it a shot. Oof.
We're so inclined
Yeah.
to help.
A party with a ranger and a druid, and we can't get animals to do fucking like anything except for Chestnut. Chestnut's our girl.
Chestnut's great.
R.I.P. Chestnut.
Chestnut is
yeah.
fine.
Well, hey, if Strahd's smart, then Chestnut's the one who's really holding hostage. So,
Where's that fucking horse?
okay, and then just as a bonus action, because I can dash as a bonus action, I'm just gonna move back from the gate again, because that makes sense. All right, and I'm done.
Okay. Harmony.
Harmony rolls her eyes at the abbots. No, please, let's
Stop.
talk.
No.
Helpful as always. She's not particularly magically inclined, but she doesn't like the look of this. Well, she's magically. She doesn't like the look of this mist. Does it feel? Can we feel anything? If it's lapping about our feet, does it feel like anything?
I mean, much as any mister or fog feels.
Okay, so it doesn't. It's not racking us with
not cloud
nightmare or pain or.
Nope.
Yet.
Okay. Well, until he starts killing us, might as well just keep talking. Harmony is how? So sorry, you said it's extends Is Victor in it?
He's kind of at the edge of it.
Okay. Harmony's gonna give Arena a meaningful look and then tiptoe her way out of the mist. And it doesn't. Does it stick to her or follow her or anything like that?
Nope.
Okay. And Harmony will kind of call out in the vague direction of Strahd's voice and just be like, what's she gonna say? Do you think... If she's fated not to choose you, then what's the point in all this? Just trying to get a rise out of him. I don't know. I'd like to at least be able to see him.
Okay. Do you want to make any sort of check with that, or?
I don't know. Would a taunt check be persuasion?
I'd say it's persuasion or intimidation, but...
Well, I'm not trying to...
I think you're going to intimidate Strahd.
I'm not... I'll roll in persuasion. This isn't with advantage, it's just how it's set up.
Rule left.
Yep.
Okay. Doing anything else?
No. She's just gonna kind of vacate the mist, and stay on her, well, not toes, she has hooves, but, keep calling out.
Her tippy hooves?
Yeah. I mean, she's not necessarily trying to get the guy to, murder her, but maybe show himself, maybe. Okay. Anyways, that'll be it.
All right.
And I'm going to grab some.
The abbot stands there, I hate to say it, but very unhelpfully.
I mean, that's not surprising to anyone
Do you hate
here.
to say it, given the way you've been role-playing?
The abbot does seem to kind of take notice of the mist, though, and is sort of just staring at it, almost expectantly. Van Richten, nobody can really see him, but is continuing to run to wherever he's running to.
Away. He's running away like a bitch.
Winley. The wolves are bashing and snapping at this gate in front of you. The gate is trembling under the force of this pack, just hurling their bodies at it.
I'm going to try one more time. To animal handle them into submission. Roll better. And, of course, with guidance.
Okay.
23. Will they listen to me and go away? Probably not. That's it.
All right, Doc.
So in the interest of doing something useful,
I'm going to go let Hugo out. Okay. Hey, I'm very useful.
I mean, I feel like I'm being the least useful right now, but until Strahd actually shows himself.
I don't know, I like getting shit for...
Yeah,
maybe now would be a good time to use Sunblind. On what, motherfucker?
Well, so just on the mist itself, I'm hoping that it would get rid of it and whatever bad thing it's gonna do. But I agree with not wanting to just take out the sword until Strahd actually reveals himself.
Like I'd prefer to keep that in my...
I don't want to burn my last 5 charges because then I don't have any hold vampire.
Right.
So it's a toss-up. I think on my turn.
Are they
I'm
close
try
enough
and
to the gate to be able to punch them, or is it just...
Yeah,
not...
you could punch
punch
through
him through the bars.
Okay, sure.
I might ask the abbot to see if he can try and do sunlight. Surely the angel of the morning lord can bring in sunlight.
So I guess if we're
You
calling...
need to move up, though.
Oh, right. Cool. Would I provoke an attack of opportunity by backing up, I assume?
I mean, you're not in reach where you're standing.
But I'm saying when I move close, that's melee range. Can they attack me through the gate backward? I assume, like... Then again, if they're attacking me, maybe they're not attacking the gate, so fuck it. Actually... Sorry, with moving up there...
You already made an attack roll,
No,
so
yeah,
I'm gonna
fine.
stick
Okay.
you with it.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, then the middle one for that first attack, and the upper one for what will be the second one.
The first one you punch kind of stumbles back and lets out a yelp. The one you hit on the right just collapses.
Oh, okay.
Are you punching through the gate, or...
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, good news. The wolves are swarmy types, so we've got that going for us.
Bad news, it's not Sonny's Wolf Brigade.
Yeah, bad news, it's a swarm. So...
Anything else?
Nope, that'll be it.
Okay. The tiger seems to follow Van Richten's lead to some extent. It runs back here towards the gate, but does not run through. It seems to kind of turn and set itself by the gateway here. The mist suddenly takes shape around you or at your feet here, in the form of Strahd appearing out of the mist.
Oh. Hey! Get him, boys!
Victor blanches and mutters something magical and disappears from sight.
There it is. That's on brand. Not that I blame the kid.
No, this isn't really his fight.
Okay.
But he
Would
doesn't
probably
do
do the same if I
anything
could.
when he appears?
No, he just appears in your midst. Apparently having been the mist that was pooling at your feet.
That doesn't sound
He's bluffing!
Is he?
Arena is very pale-faced, looking at him appearing right next to her, and kind of puts the rapier between them, but does not take a lunge or a stab at him. The wolves press in on the gate, snapping and snarling as they do. And Doc, the chain holding the gate, snaps apart. The gate begins
Are those wolves like on the line or something there?
Yeah, they're sort of weirdly. There it is.
Yeah, sure, good enough. Whatever.
And that said, one is going to run in here and take a snap at Winley. Misses Winley. One takes a snap at Doc and also misses Doc. And with that, it is Isaac, who, unlike Arena, is not afraid.
Ain't no coward.
And takes a meaty swing with his very large axe at Strahd here. Which literally just kind of Strahd almost seems to effortlessly just like bend his head to dodge, and then Ash.
I'm gonna take out the holy symbol of Ravenkind and point it right at him, and I'm going to do Hold Vampire.
Okay.
So DC 15 Wisdom, which I'm sure he'll probably make, but this is what Ash would do.
Is this facts or logic?
God damn it.
He kind of smirks as Ash holds it up towards him. I see you found yourself a little trinket.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Anything else from Ash?
And then he dies.
I will move up so I am standing next to Irina and Strahd here, and then let's see. I'm pretty sure that was an action to cast that, right? Let's see. Yes, as an action. So yeah, that's me. I'm not going to take any bonus.
All right, Mina.
All right. Mina will just kind of sprint back over here and kind of get up against the corner there, and then fire off a couple shots at the big boy. So here is number one. I'm going to sharpshoot because that always feels better. Or do I just want to hit him? Yeah, actually, for now, I think I just want to hit him. So not sharpshooting. Here we go.
Okay.
Does it 21?
And I'm sorry, you're shooting the wolves or at him?
No, at him. Sorry.
At him?
Yeah, I said the big boy, but I could have been much clearer. Yes, it's Strahd.
It does hit.
Okay.
We're winning.
Yay!
That's what winning looks like.
And feeling overconfident now because of that hit, I will with my bonus action, I'll sharpshoot with my second shot, which of course is going to be a 19. Does a 19 hit?
It does.
Sweet. Beat fucking 46 damage, Strahd, or whatever resistance you have, whatever kind of bullshit. But so move, action, bonus, I'm done.
Okay. Harmony.
Does Strahd noticeably react to those shots?
I mean, they both kind of plant themselves in his back, and he kind of twitches from the impact.
And then they immediately start healing again, because fuck vampires.
Well, so much for hoping that was a fake, missed Strahd. My guesses aren't knowing particularly well thus far.
Also, if memory serves, the last times we fought him, he's been very blasé and just like backhanding people, so I'm a little concerned what happens when he actually starts giving a shit.
He has thrown a few fireballs at us.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Okay. Harmony, upon seeing an actual target for her particular brand of offense, will
start talking mad shit.
Yeah, she's gonna throw a vicious mockery at him.
There it is.
He ignores her vicious mockery.
Okay,
that's on brand.
Fuck this guy.
Harmony will. So there's no more mist like pooling around his
No,
feet?
it was him.
Okay, makes sense. Harmony will back up a little more. Maybe just give a nice spread, target spread. I think that's about 6. Yeah, she'll back up just so keep everything in view, but kind of spread out the potential target.
Okay. The abbot kind of watches this, seeming to have been at least on some level aware that the mist was Strahd, but does not really take any action other than to kind of seem to have a kind of a timid is this necessary sort of affect to him, but is not presently
Essentially
interfering.
continues to be useless.
Yeah, something like that.
Dude, someone needs to slap the abbot in the face.
Okay. Van Richten continues to go wherever he is going, and Winley.
All right. Well, I
The
gave
wolves have
them.
poured through the gate in front of you.
I gave the wolves 2 chances, and they didn't listen to me. So now I'm gonna fucking kill them.
You go. There's nothing in there.
I'm gonna do a poison spray. So a DC 16 con save on this one in front of me.
The one through the gate.
Yeah, whichever one is closest to me.
I forgot you were attacking things at the thing, and it's like a spray. Are you just spraying it right at Arena and us? Jesus.
It collapses in a coughing, spitting, frothing fit.
We'll
Like
kill her.
Like I said, they're swarmy enemies. So.
Okay. Anything else from Winley?
Winley will continue yelling at them to leave.
Okay. Doc.
I will Thunderwave. Center. So it's a 3x3 square basically.
Yep.
So basically, I mean, you see what I'll do there.
Yep.
Basically.
You see what I'm after.
Ah, damn, it wasn't 12 damage. Oh well.
That's still very effective.
Sure.
The one in front of you kind of collapses.
Cool.
And what
That's
is it,
the
10
one I
feet?
already
10
hit.
feet?
15. Push back.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's
Yes,
10.
10 feet.
She talking to Nicole.
Yeah.
God damn, man.
No. Probably Dr. Kona.
What
Oh, right, there's another dog.
There are two. Yeah, Layla.
Okay.
I let Arthur
anything
out,
else,
but
Doc?
Kona was like, I'm not going out there.
Anything else, Doc?
No, that'd be it.
Okay. The tiger lets out a snapping snarl at Strahd's appearance, but does not charge in and continues to sort of set itself defensively by the gate here. Strahd does not seem to take terribly kindly to Ash or Isaac, taking their best shots, as it were, and lashes out at each of you.
Is he doing his trademarked Strahd slap?
Something to that effect. Ash, you take 24 as he just like palm heel strikes Ash right in the jaw. His other hand lashes around at Isaac and just rips a gash in his cheek as if his hand was a blade on its own. That said, Victor kind of continues to hide over here, but we'll throw something out Strahd's way. As you see three magical darts of energy go flashing in Strahd's direction, slapping into Strahd.
Good lad.
Thanks, Victor. Higher level wizard than I expected.
He's done more
4th level
damage.
spells.
He's done more damage to Strahd than you now.
Arena
Physical damage.
Arena kind of backs away and puts Ash between her and Strahd.
Just start take an attack of opportunity.
He does not.
Okay.
The wolves continue their attempt to pour in here. One second.
Put that sentinel feet to good use.
2 of them come after Winley here. And the one that can reach Doc here takes a snap at Doc.
I thought we were like on top of the gate. We're just standing at the gate.
There's no on top of this gate.
okay.
There was on top of the last gate. and we
Doc,
used
you
the
take
same map
7
for
as
that.
the one manages to kind of get into your armor a little bit.
Okay. And then did one in range of me take a swing at Winley?
Yep.
Okay, then you know what that means.
Hugo.
You know what that means.
Punchy punchy.
Wait for it.
Sorry.
Gotta mix it up. Gotta punch a wolf.
Yep.
That is a hit, and you smash the one that bit at Winley
Yep.
in the side of the head, and it collapses in a pile of dead wolf.
You know, the bright side, you did enough damage to him that most of them will be one hit away from death anyway. So.
Isaac continues to kind of put up his best fight here, albeit he seems quite I'll say winded from that blow. He swings almost feebly at Strahd, who essentially just seems to be almost, I won't say ignoring him, but not paying him much mind as he steps out of the way of each
Remember
heavy,
when this guy
heavy
was hot
swing.
shit back in Vlaki?
Well, look, this is a real step up from menacing the local towns.
That is true.
He did all right against the vampire spawn, but this is sort of the big boy.
Strahd, however, in kind of his interest of seeming somewhat unimpressed at Isaac's attempts, kind of lashes out at him again in response.
Legendary action?
That's not a big surprise, let's be honest.
And Isaac, just stabs into him with his fingertips like it's a spear, and punctures a hole in his armor. Isaac is looking pretty bloodied pretty quickly.
Yeah, you can walk it off.
Hey!
Hey,
Stop.
Hugo. Chill out.
Ash.
Fuck me.
I'll be well. Don't you worry.
Now, I can't remember for flanking rules. Does this still count as flanking, or do I need to be...
You would need to be down one.
Okay. I will move down one then. And I'll be flanking, and I'm going to hit Strahd with my sword.
Yes, truly, your holy blade was
With
meant for just
advantage.
this moment.
Sorry, the holy blades are at the gate getting swarmed by wolves.
Ouch. I assume that misses.
Strahd literally stops your blade with his hand.
Fantastic. Okay. That's it for me, other than I'm going to take a free action to just yell at the abbot to say, if you can present your god's holy light, that would be useful here.
Okay.
Bring the sun from the morning lord.
Strahd seems displeased at that suggestion and lashes back out at Ash.
Of course he does.
Fortunately, Ash's armor rings heavily as he strikes it, but protects Ash from the worst of it. And with that, it is Mina.
Okay. Mina is gonna real quickly, point an ominous finger at Strahd and place a hunter's mark on him as a bonus action. And then shoot that motherfucker. And yeah, I'm gonna sharpshoot at Strahd.
Maybe.
If or as Roll20 decides to let you.
Yeah. Does a 16 hit?
The 16 does hit. You do land the
Fuck
shot.
yeah. Wonderful. So, great. Thank you, Hunter's Mark. Well, I'll take it.
Every little bit
29.
helps.
Yep, that's right. 29 damage. Kind of looking around at if I should move and feeling all right where I'm standing right now. So, yeah, that's it for me now.
Okay. Harmony.
All right. Well, if we're committing to this, I guess we're committing to this.
I think this is committing to us more than anything.
He does seem to be actually trying to kill people, so.
As opposed to his normal non-lethal mode of combat, yes.
Yes. Well, he's not faking. Alright, then I suppose Harmony will bust out the biggest gun she has left, and will take the form of Harmonysaurus Rex via polymorph. So, that's her action, and she's not going to...
Tieflingsaurus Rex?
She's not going... It's probably better, yes. Yeah. She's going... Well, actually, yeah. Technically, I guess she'll kind of, like, move around... Before she does so, we'll move, like, around the corner here, just to kind of... Not, obviously it'll be very noticeable at some point, but, just to, like, disguise the spell casting itself.
Okay. I mean, just as a note here, if she gets that big, she can't get that big in that space.
Right. Okay.
So
then she's just gonna move back enough to like maybe escape Strahd's notice slightly. Well, hang on. Let me see what the move range of a T-Rex is before I decide if I'm gonna move first or not. Oh, what's your move speed, buddy? 50. Oh, that's pretty good, but it's
His AC to shreds, you say?
Okay, no, she's gonna move. She's gonna be like. I apologize for second guessing this stuff. She's gonna be like here. She wants to be within striking range. So, okay. She doesn't do the big dramatic Jurassic Park roar yet because that would call attention to herself. But yeah, that'll be it.
As if turning into a T-Rex wouldn't draw attention.
Roll a stealth check as a T-Rex? Oh god.
Outrageous. The abbot continues to watch dispassionately as Strahd is just battering the crap out of Isaac and Ash here.
When it gets to my turn, I'm not back up. Just roll a couple punches for me.
Van Richten appears up on the battlements with the very large crossbow you've returned to him and takes some shots down at Strahd.
Told you
Hey, he didn't run away.
I told you he wasn't running away.
Hey! You can do it. Channel your namesake.
Unfortunately, the shots miss. They tried.
He's got an AC of 16, you chump.
Big hits.
Winley.
There are none within melee range right now, right?
Correct.
Okay, great.
Wow.
I'm gonna
Thanks to
throw
Doc's
some more poison.
aggressive punching.
Huzzah! To the one directly in front of me.
Okay. Unfortunately, it resists the poison.
Well, fuck him. Alright. Yeah,
I
that's
just
it.
want to resist poison.
Okay. And then it's Doc's turn.
He said to roll a couple punches for him. I'm rolling these punches, Doc! Get ready! Well, that's not. That's this one. I'm gonna roll one punch! God damn it. Maybe I'm not.
You go.
Maybe I can't find this stupid character sheet.
Oh god, he opened it.
Doc.
You go.
I'm gonna roll this punch, I swear to God.
Good luck.
What? Okay, never mind.
Jesus Christ. What did you
I
do?
tried to open your character sheet!
It was already open!
Oh!
That's your first problem.
It was in another tab.
Oh. Anyway, it came out
Jesus
punching.
Christ, man.
You hit and kill the one in front of you.
Last time Colin's put in charge.
Smart.
And the other one, I mean, you just...
It's super dead.
Yeah, you just cave its skull in with a clap of thunder. Anything else from Doc?
No, that'll be it.
Okay. Strahd lashes out at Ash one more time.
No, don't do it.
No.
Your armor once again manages to protect you, but you are staggering from these blows. The tiger kind of lets out a bit of a, I'll say like a whimpering yowl as a T-Rex pops into existence next to it, but then kind of lets out I'll say a commiserating roar in Strahd's direction, feeling the kind of the pack feeling there. Strahd lunges out at Isaac. And just rips Isaac's throat out with his fangs. And notably, because this is the first time any of you really seen this, his face turns almost bestial as this goes from a nice human visage to just a monster face for a moment as he just rips into Isaac.
Almost like Buffy, or even worse than that.
Worse than that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's probably how he would have wanted to go.
Yeah. He was kind
But we're all
kind
like,
of a
way
dick.
better than Isaac, right?
Now we don't need to worry about whether or not Isaac is innocent or not anymore. That's kind of out of our
It's kind
hands.
of not a problem. Not our problem anymore.
Side quest off.
And then with that turn, kind of wheels back towards Ash. Face is just covered in blood, and kind of stabs at Ash with his hand once again.
Ash does.
Ash, your armor is just keeping you barely alive here as his claws just scratch across it with a
those 2 extra
chalkboard like
AC from my stuff anyway.
I would like them anyway, please.
The shield
You all hear a shout from Victor, Isaac! And another blast of magical darts zip out from his invisibleness by the gate there.
I'm more damage than you.
Guys, I don't like being alone over here anymore.
Irina screams at Isaac being literally ripped into like an animal. Not so much on a personal level, but it's more just seeming to be horrified at what has happened to him.
Watch.
And she runs back towards you, Harmony.
Yes, the comforting
Behind the
form
T-Rex.
Of the T-Rex.
T-Rex. Yeah, she's gonna get all the way through the gate there. The wolves continue to pour in through the gate here towards Doc and Winley.
You guys are doing fine.
Not
Doc,
good
we
yet.
could use your
I'm at
help
full
over
health.
here.
No, it's fine.
I also
None of you
So
are
I'll be
hit.
a lot
One
less.
did attack Winley, but missed. If you want to take a reaction there.
He knows I'm the source now.
this would be a lot worse on if Winley were soloing the wolves, unfortunately. So
No, this makes sense.
that is one dead wolf.
Yep. You just cave in another one's skull with a clap of thunder, and then with that, it is Ash's turn.
You are
Ash, you are
uncomfortably good at
all
this.
alone, standing toe to toe with Strahd over here.
Yeah, I don't like that. So disengage would be an action, right?
Correct.
And then you move your movement.
You can.
Well, yeah.
You can take the action and not actually move
That's
away.
so dumb. Fuck you.
Now stay there for flanking purpose.
What am I flanking with?
They'll be flanking with the T-Rex pretty soon. One would
Mina,
assume.
Mina can come flank with you next turn if that's what's keeping you there. I'm happy to come charge in.
I was mostly there for Arena, and Arena's back through the gate, so I think Ash would also probably retreat back to the gate. So I'm gonna do the move action here, disengage and then move. I just need to turn my character so I can actually see. Come
I
on.
was really hoping to get more than one turn out of this T-Rex, but
there
it
we go.
attacks me. I'm not confident in making this
How
con
much
check.
HP does a
What?
How much HP does a T-Rex have?
No, it has plenty, but I have to make con saves.
20, 25,
I think.
30.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get here.
Concentration.
I'm gonna once again plead with the abbot to try and help. If to do nothing else, at least bring the light of the Morning Lord. And if you want me to do like a persuasion check or anything like that, I can do that.
Okay.
For all the good it does you is what he's implying
Come on,
there. I
nat
think.
20. Come on, nat 20. Where's my persuasion?
Come on, nat 20. The call of the truly desperate.
7.
Brent's been hogging all the nat 20s.
Brutal.
Nat 7, guys.
I don't want to say it falls on deaf
That's a dirty
ears,
7.
but doesn't seem to go
No,
going terribly well.
He doesn't have that excuse. He can hear.
Mina.
Sorry. Alright, going to fall back a little bit because I don't want to be shredded like Isaac. So Mina's gonna move over here, get a little closer to Doc and Winley. And just kind of doing running and gunning, shooting at Strahd as she's dashing over there. So here is a sharpshooter. Sweet.
Yeah, does it.
So let me throw some Hunter's Mark on there. Okay. And then here's shot number 2, also sharpshooter.
You're doing yeoman's work here, Mina.
Yeah, this is it. We really needed it on this one. So thank you, Dice Gods. Cool. Yeah, so that's move, action bonus. That's me.
Okay. Then it's going to... Oh, sorry, well, actually, before it's Harmony, Strahd is chasing Mina.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I've done, I think, over 100 damage to him already, although I don't know what resistance he has.
100 unmodified damage, yeah.
Yeah, bring it, motherfucker.
I thought he was gonna
Although-
try and go towards Arena. Stay close to her.
I think he figures he can find her just fine once we're dead.
I guess. There's nowhere for her to run.
With that, then it is Harmony.
Okay, here we go.
Fucker moved out of your range.
He sure did. I can't reach him from here, right? Huge creatures have some
No.
range, but not that
No,
much.
he's, let's say he's more than 20 feet away from you there.
Okay. Well...
You were also standing on the abbot.
Yeah, I'm not too
Yeah, fuck
worried
that
about
guy.
Then I suppose, in the interest of protecting Mina, Harmony will close use a dash action to kind of close into. Well, I'm going to stand one back because I have reach and he doesn't. So, haha.
Put yourself in front of him.
The ground trembles as T-Rex Harmony charges forward.
The bird was so worried about whether or not she could, she didn't stop to think about
so
whether
I'm
she
putting
should.
myself in opportunity attack range of him if he tries to keep going after Rena on his turn. But that'll be it for me. That's a dash action.
The abbot kind of walks over to Isaac's carcass and kind of takes a knee and seems to murmur prayers of the Morning Lord over his body, but does not listen to Ash's
brings him
insistence
back to life.
Nope.
Right?
Nope.
I was hopeful for half a second, and then he just said prayers of the Morning Lord, and I was like, well, fuck that guy.
He almost contributed. That's close.
Van Richten keeps shooting at Strahd. Seems to be having a hard time landing a shot over T-Rex Harmony. And then with that, it is Winley's turn.
One moment.
Sorry, we're talking wolf tactics.
Winley is
No, they have. That's them, not us.
afraid there may not ever be another chance in this fight where Strahd is not directly in melee range, and my 4th level spells would both hit anyone that is within melee range, so I'm gonna cast a 4th level spell.
Smoke him if you got him.
I'm gonna cast Wall of Fire.
Ooh.
Yeah, I like the sound of that.
He could probably fly, right?
And I'm gonna put it. Mina, do you have any problem with me putting it in front of you?
Like between me and Strahd?
Yeah.
You might want to use it on the wolves so that you can help engage
Whitley,
Strahd.
I mean, I was thinking of doing another Thunder Wave.
Well, do you want to be like it's okay? Never mind. I'll leave a gap.
Can I not shoot through it?
No, you can shoot through it. I'm sure. I'm gonna put it. Let me draw a shape.
Sorry, and what are you putting on it?
I'm casting Wall of Fire, and it's not gonna hit Harmony. I'm just gonna cast it.
Is Harmony still fireproof?
Essentially on Strahd.
Yeah,
we'll put it there, and let's see. Can I curve it, or does it have to be?
You can make it into a circle, or you can make it a
I
wall.
don't want it into a circle. Up
I
to
love that
60 feet long and 1 foot thick. Okay, so essentially on top of Strahd.
Okay, and what way is the fire facing?
It's facing away from Mina towards Strahd.
Okay.
And I'm gonna cast it. It's a foot thick and it's within 10 feet. So I'm essentially gonna cover this gap between like this building and this building, but I'm gonna leave a little space so that Mina can get through if she wants to.
With Wall of Fire, you get to decide which side's hot, right?
Yeah, and the side away from Mina is hot, so that should hit Strahd. So that is going to be.
And go ahead and chat post it.
There it is. Here you go.
I have made a monster.
Give me ice. So a DC 16 save.
Okay. He does dodge for the half.
Okay.
Yeah, well, fuck you.
16 damage, and I'll go ahead and draw the wall here where I want it.
Okay. Anything else from Winley?
There's now a Wall of Fire right there.
Okay. Anything else from Winley?
Nope.
Doc.
Okay, I was hoping to avoid it, but I'm going to do another Thunder Wave to try to clear out the wolves here. Just so we can actually contribute to the...
You're contributing. You're holding
well, could be more. Do you need the spell description again?
Nope.
Okay.
Save.
What is your damage, Hugo?
He wants ceaseless ice cubes.
Give a dog an ice cube. You know what they say.
Is it like giving a mouse a cookie?
He asks for more ice cubes incessantly.
Give a moose a muffin.
All right. They are. I'll say the pack in front of you is kind of blasted back a few feet by the power of the Thunder Wave, but unfortunately none of them die.
God damn it. Winley, do you have this under control if I go try to help with the Strahd situation?
Yeah, Winley, do you have this under control?
I don't fucking know, man!
I mean, I'm at full health, so that's fine, but if I fail a concentration check, my wall goes away. So I don't love
It's
that.
fine. We're not.
Okay. If you say it's fine.
I think we're okay.
Are there 4 wolves left?
5.
5?
I think we're okay for one more turn.
And I'm reasonably sure they're all like one...
Right, Mina? Right? One more turn?
I mean, very nervous specifically because of what just happened to Isaac, but sure. I think it'll be alright.
You have a T-Rex coming to back you up. It's fine.
Yeah.
Then I will continue to hold off the swarm.
I said bring it
then.
on, motherfucker, and I meant it. So, like, yeah, let's do this.
Yeah, I meant to.
Colin can always go and help hold the wolves off, I suppose.
Seems like overkill.
So what's...
I'm holding the line.
Okay. Tiger continues to kind of roar from the gate there, still trying to seemingly kind of hold the gate. Strahd is going to run through the wall of fire.
I suppose that's
Yeah.
I suppose that's one thing you maybe want to happen.
Well, he started his turn within the
right.
heat
No,
side,
I know.
so
I
he
just
doesn't take
mean
damage
if
from
he's.
it.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
You do.
Well, if you fast his
Great.
third, you get some damage, right?
No.
I could swear.
Nope.
I think
Does
it's.
it spell
I
up there?
thought you do.
Takes the damage when you enter the wall for the first time on your turn, or end
ends
your
its
turn.
turn. Oh,
Well,
I
It's
he's
not ending.
moved through it. He started within
Whoops.
it, so didn't take the damage at the start of his turn
All right.
and moved through it.
Hooah.
God damn it.
God damn it.
You
15 misses.
snap but miss. That said, as Strahd comes up to Mina, he kind of lets out a bit of a snarl. Playing with fire is dangerous, don't you know? And casts a bead of flaming light past Mina. Dex saves from Doc, Winley, and Mina.
He at least took damage when it first appeared, right?
Yes, he
Okay.
only 16, but
That's where I was confused. I was like, he has to take some damage sometime. He can't just walk through a wall. He had already taken the damage and then he moved out.
Yikes! I'm gonna use my last first level spell slot to do absorb elements on that.
No. Everybody takes 30 damage.
I take 15.
I have to roll concentration.
Victor, not quite having line of sight here, has to scamper a little bit, and once again shoots little darts of energy over Strahd's way.
Damn it.
Did he get any of the wolves?
He's not shooting the wolves. Oh no! He
No, I
dropped it
just
between
knocked
the
him
group.
back. That's great. Everything's fine.
So that was 30 damage from one thing.
One fireball. Yep.
Okay, fireball.
And then with that, it is Arena. Arena kind of continues to run her way all the way over into the Abbey building.
Where did the fireball go off?
Between Mina and Winley and Doc.
Okay, so am I close enough for that? Did I take that? You said everyone, and I just assumed it was me, but I'm way back there.
No, it was
you didn't
Doc,
take it.
Winley, and
Okay.
Nope.
Yeah.
I'm glad I asked.
And then it is the wolves who continue to try to press in as best they can. 2 take bites at Doc. 1 takes a bite at Winley. Doc. One of them manages to snap you for 7.
Motherfucker.
And then another one manages to snap you for 17.
Wow!
Yep. The power of crits.
I'm getting a little. If I take another one of those, it's gonna be a problem.
And then one manages to get Winley for 6.
So is that one in range for me to punch?
It is in range for you to punch.
Neat.
That is a hit, and you once again cave in
There's
a
a
skull
very
bear.
large pile of
there's
dead wolves
three
right
dead
there.
wolves on top of each other, all with smashed skulls. That said, it is Ash's turn.
Okay. I am going to move up a little bit here. Maybe. Let's see. Move up towards the
I was in my
abbot.
bars and updating with my. That's weird.
And then I'm going to cast. I'm just going to do a Sacred Flame at Strahd.
Okay.
And I'm just going to shout at Brent. I'm going to shout at
Hi.
Brent. At Doc. And I said, Doc, use the weapon!
Strahd kind of lets out a
I'm
laugh as
shouting.
the Holy Fire of Bahamut misses him by a mile.
I'm desperate. We're getting desperate.
Okay. Anything else from Ash?
The abbot won't do anything to help. No, I'm done.
Okay. Before Mina gets her move in here, Strahd lashes out with a bladed hand.
Not cool.
Duck, Mina.
Using legendary actions, is that really...
Mina takes 15
Sportsperson-like?
as his fingertips cut across her chest. And now it's Mina's turn.
Mina's still standing, right?
I'm not dead yet. Yeah. So, sorry, it won't change my. Oh, there it is. Okay. Well, I'm certainly not going to move away from him. And that means the only thing that really makes sense is to keep shooting him as much as possible.
Point blank. How can you miss?
Right. Well, thank you. So, sorry, I'm just quickly surveying my options, but they are as limited as they seem. Okay. Sharpshooting. Let's do this. You want to die, motherfucker? Yeah. That's what I like to see. So,
Solid shot.
30 more damage, Strahd. Eat that. And then, you know what? Let's do it one more time.
Wow. Mina's been rolling hot.
Yeah,
Yes,
no kidding.
it is a happy day. So there you go. Fucking 62 more damage, Strahd. I can't help you much more than that.
He seems very displeased at these two shots.
How's he looking?
Yeah.
Like
It's tough to tell.
And then,
He's
I mean,
undead.
yeah, Harmony's coming right in as a T-Rex, right? So I think I'm just going to stay there. I could try to run away, but then he'll get an opportunity. Anywho, yeah, that's it for me.
Okay. In his seeming rage at being just slammed with these crossbow bolts, he lashes out at Mina again.
Hang in there, Mina.
Mina, you take 19 as he just does like a pointed hand and just stabs Mina in the chest with it.
Yeah, Mina's down.
Will.
I'm coming, Mina.
Harmony.
Well, so there goes my flank. I mean, also, oh no, Mina. Okay, Harmony is going to move up into melee range. One at a time. We're making an orderly queue. It's melee range for me, but not for him. So Harmony is going to... Nope, that's the wrong character sheet. It's not T-Rex. Harmony is going to multi-attack, because that's a thing Tyrannosauruses can do. Oh, it can't make both attacks against the same target? Never mind. I'm
Kind of hard to snap and tail whip in
that
the same
makes
direction.
sense. So she's not going to multi-attack. Just going to... 20 hits?
Yep.
Great. Okay, then it's going to take 22... He's going to take 22 piercing damage, and he's medium, right?
Yep.
Okay, he's grappled.
About that. As Harmony snaps down on him, he seems to kind of collapse in her mouth into a cloud of mist.
tastes like ash in your mouth.
Just swallow him real quick.
Yeah. Harmony, breathe him in. Harmony inhales very strongly.
You get really high.
That said, snaps into mist and begins to quickly float away to the east.
East is in the sky or in
Yep.
the... Okay. Did we just drive Strahd off? Did we just win? Ish?
This doesn't look like winning to me, but okay.
Well, yeah, Isaac did die, I guess. Yeah, that's my bad, Mina.
Anything
It's
else?
okay.
Anything else from Harmony?
So that doesn't provoke any sort of attack of opportunity, right? Nope. Okay. Then, so it's off to the east, so, she's gonna kind of... You guys okay over there, or do you need a T-Rex presence? at the
It'll
gate?
be resolved one way or the other by the time
You
you
should
get here.
probably
Okay.
help
Well,
him out. So
Yeah, okay, well, how
person.
smart are T-Rexes? Because Harmony's mental stats are T-Rexy. Oh, their intelligence is 2. Okay, then it's probably gonna attack. She's probably gonna march toward the wolves. It still retains her personality, so she's not going after you.
I was gonna
guys.
ask, so how are you doing
But
concentration?
She's
checks?
gonna kind of absent the meal she wanted and unable and not mentally capable of helping the downed Mina. How far did she move? She didn't move very far. She's gonna move here. Just kind of overlook the gate. Stomp right up behind our compatriots here.
Okay. Van Richten has no angle or reach here, so then Winley.
How are these wolves looking?
I mean, these ones who are presently pushing in were blasted back by the thunder wave, so a little scraggly.
All right. Like more or less than 6 damage. Scraggly.
On a scale of 1 to 12, how do they look?
All right. I will step forward and do some primal savagery. 10 acid damage.
You just melt this one's face.
That is a very large pile of dead wolves, right?
Now she's standing on the pile.
Well, yeah.
Anything else from Winley?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, Doc.
I mean, in reference to the thing in the chat, I assume he's heading towards Castle Ravenloft.
Well, that was my assumption, but I didn't want him to like go after Arena. Tiefling Saurus Rex over here is.
I'm a bit preoccupied with the wolves
Yeah,
trying to
ditto.
rip my throat
So
out.
is the Tyrannosaurus.
So that's the one due west, and I'll hit the one southwest as well for my second attack.
Okay. You kill both of them.
Yep.
How many wolves are left?
One.
Just one.
He'll steal it.
Sure. All right.
One that we can see.
Saber-toothed tiger lets out a kind of pleased yowl at the disappearance of Strahd. Victor is going to, let's see,
Try to save Isaac somehow.
Oh no, he is.
Isaac didn't get death saves.
Victor comes over and bladed shards of ice fall out of the sky over the pack of wolves still to the south around the corner that you guys apparently cannot see.
No, we sure can.
Oh, hey, look at that. Hey. There are more wolves.
And they are all killed by that.
Good.
Love
Good.
it.
Good.
Right.
Thanks, Victor.
Initiative ended.
Oh.
Winley will run
All right.
over to Mina.
Revivify on Isaac.
Is he worth?
Is he worth it?
In a game sense, I'd
Okay,
say
what
no.
would Ash?
But
What
like,
would Ash do?
I think Ash would probably
It's-
do
you
it.
gotta
right?
role play your
Yeah.
character.
I'm gonna go over and cast Revivify.
We only have so many revivify.
Has it been within a minute? Yes, it has. Right.
It's like 2-3 turns ago, was it?
Mina, take 9 health.
It's worth noting I'm at 16 HP over here.
Well, Mina was at 0.
Yeah, fair enough.
And that was my
Y'all
last
got any
spell
more of
slot.
them? Okay, no, you don't. Cool.
No. I'm fresh out of all spells.
So there are no more approaching wolves that that Tiefling Saurus Rex can see?
Nope.
Okay.
So I will mark off 300 diamond dust off my sheet.
All right. I'll say Isaac obviously takes a moment here, but
and of course I also I would probably do it immediately right after healing him. I'd run over to.
Winley got Mina.
I got Mina.
Oh, you got Mina up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good then.
Isaac's throat reconstructs itself at Ash's holy touch, and he takes out a gasping breath, seeming to be quite surprised to be alive.
Well, that could have gone much worse.
I mean, there's still like an undead army down in the village, I would assume, so...
Alright, who needs healing?
The village
I
is
have
fucked.
2 heals, one at first level and one at second level that I can...
I have 16 HP currently.
I mean,
Let me give you a second level Cure Wounds.
Appreciate it.
I say Mina's at 9.
And I will give...
well-
second level Cure Wounds on Mina then.
Okay. Thank you.
What's T-Rex Harmony doing?
Add
Standing
5
guard
to
at the
that.
gate, keeping an eye on the path, just kind of like sniffing and snorting.
And then... 1 for Brett.
Yeah, she kind of... If she can fit through the...
How did...
the,
Oh, you got... Okay. Never mind.
Can she fit through the gate?
No.
Okay, then she'll watch.
Is that also +5?
You get a +4 to that.
Could she see?
Oh, right, because the level. Yeah.
Yeah.
She'll watch the path.
I think. Either that or you got a
secret
+3
things
and he gets a +4. I might be getting that wrong. I seem to do that. I have 1 spell slot left, but I'm saving it for Gentle Repose.
That's fair.
For Vasily?
No, it's too late for him, I'm pretty sure.
No, Vasily is gone.
I could use my last Raised Dead on him, but I think that might kill me.
There's a non-zero chance.
Not a fair trade.
Yeah. Sorry, Arena.
If we get 5th level spells, I think I actually get Raised Dead, and then I could use that on him. But
maybe the abbot.
We need to go get him. Yeah, I'll turn to the abbot and I'll say, if you're gonna do nothing else, we lost a friend down the mountain. Would you be willing to go get him for us and at least stabilize him or preserve him if you couldn't bring him back himself.
I can search for him.
And I described where we were at on the path and where he fell.
Vasily came, and the abbot knows what Vasily looks like, right? He came.
He saw Vasily a couple times. So
the abbot kind of floats his way over the abbey in that direction.
Harmony mutters something offensive under her breath at him.
Tiefling Saurus Rex debates snapping at him as he leaves, but decides against it.
We all hate the abbot.
So, like, outside the abbey is relatively clear.
Yes, there's no additional movement coming up the path or anything like that.
Can I get up on the wall and kind of see what the state of the village is?
It's not like a wall with a parapet.
You can climb up on Harmony's back if you want.
Doc, do you have mending spells or cantrips?
I have mending, yeah.
Could you try and do mending on the gate? Try and put it back?
The chain? Yeah, you could probably do that, right?
Yeah, I leave...
The break's pretty small.
I remote cast it with one of my birds.
Okay.
And then go to the... And then send the other... Well, so I'll send the homunculus to start working on the gate for mending. And then the other... I'll send the familiar up and do the shared site thing to kind of see what the state of the village is.
Okay.
What's our more long-term plan here? Are we going to try to rest
Depends
here?
on how fucked the village is.
Well, we can't do anything for
I'm
the
gonna
village.
shout out to... Is Van Richten still on the wall?
Yeah, he's kind of surveying the yard, seeming not to be letting his guards
I'm going to shout up and just say, is Arena back there with you?
She went into the abbey.
Okay, I'm going to go and see if I can find her then.
Do we know...
Did she go into the main building or like the second? Okay.
This isn't a question that Harmony in her T-Rex form can ask, but she's going to maintain just in case. She's got like an hour on it, so just in case something unpleasant comes up the path, she'd prefer to keep T-Rexed unless it starts getting hungry. But do we know how long Strahd's going to be out of commission for? Does anyone have a... Would Van Richten know? Would Nina know?
Did he poof because we did enough damage to poof him? Or did he poof because he's like, fuck this, I'm just going to leave? And he's just floating around?
Definitely not the latter.
It has to be because he didn't have a choice otherwise.
Yeah.
Because
there's no way that he would have just been like, I've changed my mind about killing these people. Like, Nina was down. If he was, Isaac was down.
Exactly.
You know,
he could have won this in a couple more turns if he had the capacity to.
If the ranger hadn't dumped so much.
Right, exactly. Nina really
Nina
fucking
was for
unloaded.
sure MVP.
I walk in the arena, I see Dogface dude here to see.
Oh, but who got the kill?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you over other people.
I came into the main door here for the thing, and I don't see Arena immediately, so I just asked this guy who I see, this Dogface dude, and it's like, hey, did you see Arena up, down?
She's over at the table in front of you.
Oh, I do see a token, barely. The light lines are kind of
The dog
weird
person
there.
looks at you and then just looks at her. You mean her?
The funny thing is I could see the corner of a token that was behind her and not even her. That was weird, some shading there. Okay, cool. I just check on her, make sure she's okay, let her know that everyone's okay. Isaac's back.
She's sort of like trembling at the table. At kind of looks at Ash. Thank you.
We're trying to assess the our situation, which we're still not in the clear, but at least for now, Strahd has backed off. So we'll see what time.
Maybe tell her we're trying to save Vasily.
I will. I say I sent the abbot to go and collect Vasily. Hopefully he'll have magic to bring him back. If not, maybe my god can help out later.
Okay. Victor reappears in the courtyard, dropping his invisibility, and helps Isaac to his feet, and begins to kind of help him limp into the abbey.
Okay. I would like to start directing the residents of the abbey, because I see a couple of them in here, to start fortifying this building like we were planning to originally.
The dog-faced one that you asked about Arena kind of snorts, "Don't work for you now."
Okay, I mean, there's an army coming up, and they're not going to be, malevolent to you, or that's not the right word.
That's the opposite of what you meant.
They're not going to be passive to you in any way, shape, or form. So you either barricade the abbey up, or you accept whatever comes.
Okay. Doc, Winley, Mina.
Winley wants to... Have you fixed the gate yet?
It's a minute cast, I believe, for mending. So.
Winley's going to kind of step outside the gate and look down at the village and... Do I hear anything, see anything? Are people screaming? Like, what's going on down there?
No, the village actually seems quiet to some extent, like auditorily quiet. You can still see a lot of movement happening down there, but nobody's like getting dragged out into the streets and murdered. At least not
there's
by the
not
sounds
civilians
not by the sounds
screaming,
of it.
and
okay.
There's no.
But there are obviously still undead milling about.
Oh yeah.
Should.
Okay.
Tiefling Saurus Rex stomp down there and eat as many as she can.
But they're not like starting to move up towards the abbey. They're just
I think that would just draw
Walking
them.
Dead lumbering kind of. Okay, cool. Winley will then come back in the gate and report that.
Maybe in Strahd's absence, it's like the droid control ship in episode 1.
It doesn't seem like they're coming up here. They just kind of seem to be milling about the town. Maybe do we have any idea whatsoever how long it takes Strahd to rematerialize?
I mean, maybe we ask the vampire hunter.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mina. How long do you think?
Winley will call up to Van Richten and, I guess, ask him to come down to talk. He's not just going to shout at him.
How about you idiots come inside the walls, eh?
I mean, we are inside the walls. There's just more walls.
What about second walls?
Second walls. Fine. Winley will go inside and talk to Van Richten.
Okay. And Mina?
Well, yeah, I was just going to ask if there's a knowledge check I can make to know, like, how badly we just beat Strahd and how long it'll take.
You can do a knowledge nature with advantage.
Sweet.
If you tell Winley you're going to think, she'll give you some guidance so you can think better.
Winley, I'm going to think about this.
All right. Well, can I throw a guidance on that?
Yeah, D4.
As we know, whenever you make a knowledge check, you have to adopt the pose from Rodan's The Thinker, or else it doesn't count.
Mina knows that they don't travel very quickly in their misty form, and Castle Ravenloft is easily 14, 15 miles away. Or if not more than that. So Mina expects it's going to take him probably hours to even get back to the castle, let alone then knowing that it takes at least an hour for a vampire to regenerate.
Okay.
I still don't.
Yeah, so I'll relay that to the group that I'm with, which is probably just like Winley, because I'll go with her as she's going to find Van Richten. But yeah, I'll relay that information. Not very much time, but like hours. So
mainly is it going to be enough time for us to long rest?
Yes, that seems unclear.
Also,
but let's talk to Van Richten and see if he might have a more specific idea.
Where exactly is Van Richten?
He is in the abbey. Doc, you finish mending the gate, and you're familiar kind of surveying the village. Seems to observe that though the horde is down there, it seems to have lost whatever sort of control and discipline it had. They are very much mindlessly just kind of roaming about the village.
So it's
no particular aim.
Okay. So it's a Resident Evil game down there now.
I was thinking Walking Dead.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, I would come into the Abbey proper here if we're not in the... Yeah, everyone has left me behind. Okay, I see how it is, guys.
No, I'm still out here.
I think we should just adopt an unspoken rule that if Brent has glazed eyes, we just pick him up.
Pick up the gnome.
Well, that might move him out of range of his familiar sight or his wargate range.
Anyway, so yeah, I'll start heading back towards the thing, and we might have my concern would be we may have time to rest from a Strahd perspective, but who knows how long it is before something destabilizes down in the village and that all goes to hell.
If the zombies are mindless, then we know that they're not going to march up here on us. And they weren't entering houses before, either on Strahd's orders or because they couldn't for some reason. So we could hope.
We could hope.
I don't know.
What about this current situation makes you think the best possible?
We could also just,
for
for all we know, maybe everyone's dead down there.
How long would it take a T-Rex to get down the mountain?
It depends. Are we eating ourselves down or walking down?
Running
full speed,
100 minutes.
Okay. Because I could just,
check it out.
If you tell the T-Rex, if somebody tells Harmony to
go fast,
she could run down there and spend the remaining time she has left on the clock, at least until she fails a concentration check.
Just ripping apart zombies.
We're talking
just go in Jurassic Park on some zombies.
There's several hundred.
Okay.
I think the action economy is not on your side there.
No. And that she has been ripped apart before. But T-Rex Harmony would go do it.